Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Tuesday afternoon today here from Bismarck, North Dakota. It's day 2 of the 2026 North Dakota Scheels Softball All-Star Series here on yourliveevent.com from Sanford Sports Complex in Bismarck on the campus of Bismarck Legacy. Welcome to our pregame before the skills competition here today on yourliveevent.com, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. I'm Chase Miller alongside Josh Boyko and Joey Hughes. As today's schedule has this, it's been moved up an hour with the pending weather forecast, so we hope the old Bismarck bubble helps us out here for the next few hours, as 3 o'clock will be the skills competition. Roughly at around 4:30 here this afternoon, we'll have the induction of Taya Hopoff from Dickinson and also Brooklyn Morris from Bismarck Century, the first to be inducted into the North Dakota Softball All-Star Series Hall of Fame. And then at 4:45, we will get to Game 3 of this series as well. Josh, yesterday the West Bats, I think, were something that kind of stood out top to bottom as they were able to get to Charlie Odegaard and Jada Purdy as well. What just kind of stood out to you yesterday, either from a player perspective or just from a team perspective in the first two games at Theraldson Park at NDSU?
Yeah, team approach up and down on the lineup was really good, and going towards that second game at 16-2 final, you have 16 hits from all but 2 players record at least 1 hit in that lineup for the West. So they really showed up and showed out in Game 2 especially. Were able to put up crooked numbers, innings 3 through 7 in there. So just team approach was really good. Good to see from them.
As we take a look at the West, game number 1 again goes to the West with Taylor Zimmerman from Wilton and Wing going 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs and 1 run scored, and Addie Delgeiger with the complete game win, giving up 2 runs on 7 hits, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Then game number 2, Kendall Peterson from Dickinson was really good both at the plate and in the circle. She finished with 4 RBIs. She got the complete game win. And as we talked about, Josh, for the West to have the Senior Athletes of the Year, both from the A and the B, both pitched against the East, I think that was definitely a story yesterday out in Fargo.
Yeah, the pitching was definitely a story because they held an all-star lineup from the East with a lot of good bats to a combined 10 hits over 2 games, and they played pretty solid defense in behind it as well. So just a really good performance up and down the lineup, but the pitching from Peterson and Dale Geiger really stood out.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll preview the skills competition, as there's 4 different areas of the skills competition. We'll let you know what the points are going to be, as you could sweep and earn a lot of points, or you could just win the very first number 1 and still earn a lot of points. We'll get to that and more still to come today here on yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
The Norman County Fair, where summer begins and the fun never ends. It's the
Big ATV Big Air Tour.
Coming to the Norman County Fair for one thrilling night, Saturday, June 27th. Witness heart-pounding stunts, massive jumps, and the jaw-dropping ATV backflip performed by some of the world's best ATV and dirt bike riders. Showtime, 7 p.m. Tickets, $15 for adults, kids 12 and under $5. The ATV Big Air Tour, coming to the Norman County Fair. Don't miss it.
The World of Outlaws labels are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today.
And we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we continue on the pregame here today from Bismarck, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve. They cover it all from home to commercial benefits, insurance, and more. Go to IrieINS.com. That's IrieINS.com to get a free quote started today. Here's a look at your skills competition for the East and the West. They'll have 4 different opportunities here to score points in 4 different events with the fastest runner, infield throwing accuracy, outfield throwing accuracy, and then the home run derby, which right now the wind blowing a little in instead of outwards. It is 200 feet all around left to right field here, and those high walls as well here in Bismarck. Going back through some of those standouts, fastest runner 2 years ago from Mayport, C.G. Riley Santrum went home to home in under 11 seconds at 10.98. Infield throwing accuracy went to Tori Olson from Bismarck Legacy with 15 points. Outfield throwing accuracy, 17 is the record back in 2018. And then Logan Gronberg from Bismarck with the home run derby record with a total of 38 points. We'll get to the points-by-point structure in a little bit individually, but from a team standpoint, if you finish first, you'll take 5 points for your team. So, for example, Osti Brandt from West Fargo Horace, if she runs the quickest timer on the base pass, she will take 5 points home for the East All-Stars, which means that the West would take 3 and second and third for 3 and 1 points. The East would be +1 after the first round, or flip it for the West as well. So that is the structure here of the team percentage. Is Josh, at the end of the day, as we've talked about the last couple of years, you can have more people get on the podium, but if you take first in every one, the gold medal, your team will eventually be the one on top. So that's going to be something to see here. And also, sometimes a team that goes second in the fastest around the base pass kind of has a nice little parameter, if you want to say, on how far and how quick you maybe got to go first to fourth gear, Josh, running that first base line.
Yeah, it's a good system because it values winning, and you get automatically just the most points. Even if you give up second and third, you still gotta win in the segment essentially if you can take first place. And yeah, just getting to see the fastest runners, you kind of get to see your opponent's hand first and what the number is that you got to beat. So should be fun to lead off with that.
As we go through looking at the rosters here, Josh, was there one particular, as we talked about last night, the home run derby is one that everybody probably wants to circle first and kind of see how many can leave the yard a little bit later on here. But is there a name on the list or a particular event between infield, outfield throwing, fastest runner, and home run derby that you're looking forward to see here today?
Well, thinking back to last night when we saw a light tower power home run from Avon Kelly to the opposite field even, which cleared the fence by multiple feet, that was pretty stunning. So I'm excited to see what Avon Kelly from Minot North can do in the home run derby. For outfield throwing, we saw Olivia Hendricks throw someone out going first to third from right field on a one-hop throw, so there's definitely some arm there. On the infield, Alexa Gregg, really good arm from the third base side is her preferred position. And then we've also got some fast runners. Osti Brandt from West Fargo Horace, one to watch for that as well. So there's one in each for you.
It'll be a lot of fun to see. And also, just moving into game number 3 again, will be a little bit later on at around 4:45 for the opening pitch here today. So we're going to take a break, and we come back on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll get through our starting lineups first for the fastest runner, and this is how the event competition will go. Fastest runner to lead things off. Infield throwing accuracy will be batting second, if you will, and then the outfield throwing accuracy will be in the hole, and then the modified home run derby, the cleanup spot right on cue here today for the skills competition. Following the skills competition, that'll go roughly 40-45 minutes. By the time they wrap up, they get everything situated. We will hear from one or two of the particular winners of the skills competition, and then at 4:30 will be the Hall of Fame induction again of both Taya Hopoff from Dickinson and alongside Bismarck Century of Brooklyn Morris, and then from there we will get to Game 3 of the series. When we looked at the weather forecast about an hour ago, right at 4:45 of first pitch, that's where it looked like there was a chance of rain here through Bismarck. The good news is once it comes through, it seems like we do have a window after that to play if there's going to be a little bit of a postponement, but fingers crossed that we get everything situated here today. They able to play the skills competition a little bit earlier to get ahead of the weather forecast from what it looked like earlier this morning here in Bismarck. We'll take a break. When we come back, our starting lineups are next for the fastest runner when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Imagine your life in Hillsborough, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsborough, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsborough has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsborough, where small-town living means big opportunities. People often ask me, why are Hillsborough Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsborough Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsborough students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
As we come back here and get you ready for the fastest runners as they're going to be making their way on the field here shortly. It's time to get to our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. For the East and the West, the East, Asti Brandt of West Fargo Horse, Kaya Hurst of Thompson, and Hudson Zerfus of Mayport CG. For the West, we'll see Darby Mowbray of Minot, Taylor Zimmerman of Wilton and Wing, and Emma Jones here of Glenburn. Again, 5 points you get for first place, 3 points for second, and you get a point for third. But the name of the game is try to see who can be the number 1 spot and earn 5 team points. Let's send it down to Josh Boyko. Josh, it's sunny skies, a turf here, a little wind, but for fastest runners, what does it feel like down there here in terms of that wind resistance when they make their way around the base pass?
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit blowing in your face from the start, but then you're going to get a nice wind coming back towards the plate, so you can get a nice little boost to the final dash here to the home plate. And we got our runners getting ready here, getting their instructions, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time here, and get the runners going.
All right, thank you very much, Josh Boyko, as we get ready here for our first skills competition. Again, fastest runner, infield throwing accuracy, outfield throwing accuracy, and the modified home run derby. That's our starting lineups here for the fastest runner, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. For the East All-Stars, they will be in their red tops, the West All-Stars in their blue tops here as we get ready for the skills competition. Again, 10.98 is the record time if you can get by that particular structure here. And then we'll also hear from a couple of the winning participants for both the runner, throwing, and home run derby accuracy a little bit later on here today in Bismarck. As they're getting everything situated with Mike Scogan, making sure they got the timers ready and the 3 athletes from each team. Josh, it almost kind of feels like a tug of war down there as they're staring off at one another in a polite and healthy competition way.
Yeah, it's not quite a standoff like you might see at a baseball game in the majors, but everyone just getting ready, and we'll get the runners here going. I'll be able to relay some times down to you as soon as we get them.
Thank you very much, Josh. A reminder, you can check out more high school baseball with Legion Babe Ruth coverage here this summer on yourliveevent.com as well if you're a fan of high school baseball and high school softball, as we will get you situated here on yourliveevent.com. So Mike Scogan bringing everybody together, making sure they go through the skills competition. Everybody knows what their respective terms of throwing accuracy and home run derby is all about. So we'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for the field events with the fastest runner coming up first here on your live event.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water. No, 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 no! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
As we get you ready for our competition here with the fastest runner, Chase Miller, Josh Boyko, Joey Hughes, we're not running, and that's a good thing. Maybe we should have earlier today and had a side opportunity to see who can make their way through. Maybe we would need a relay compared to the athletes that are here. As Asti Brandt from West Fargo Horace, she will be making her way first around the diamond here as Mike Scogan lets her know how you're going to get your start finished, where you're going to go, and where the time is going to start here for the West Fargo Horace Hawks. So she will make her way around first base here for Brandt. Does the nice thing where you hit the inside of the bag like you're taught and supposed to do. Goes around second. Here's a charge around third, and we'll see what the final time results here is for Asti Brandt as she will come across with a time of
12:55.
12:55 here for Asti Brandt. So 12:55 is the mark to start here for our first run through. As we go now to Kaya Hurst Kaya Hurst will make her way, so she will look to do a little bit better than Austin Brandt to help the East time, and then we'll see the West coming up here after Hudson Zerfus. And just from the naked eye, if you will, Kaya Hurst with a nice little run around the base pass here, Josh.
That's an 11.75 right there, so near a second improvement.
Yeah, 0.8 improvement, so that's good from the East perspective. Got a little bit quicker as you got Hudson Zerfus from the Patriots of Mayport CG as she is off and running. A couple of Region 2 Class B All-Stars here with Kaya Hurst and Zerfus, and an EDC with Austin Brandt. And Zerfus with the charge through.
11.71.
Oh, able to beat Kaya Hurst by 0.04. So the time to beat here is Hudson Zerfus of 11.71 as we go now to Minot's own Darby Mowbray here for the Majets. Darby Mowbray, she will round first on her way. She will be the tone setter here for the West, if you will, and if she goes under 11.71, the West is taken first. We'll see what the time is.
It was close, but it's an 11.86.
So currently Zerfus first, Kaya Hurst second, and Mowbray third as it stands right now. So the East is definitely going to have 1 point on the board, but the question is, can the West add to it with Taylor Zimmerman here from Wilton and Wing, as Zimmerman went 3 for 3 in game number 1 and had a couple RBIs. Hey, she made around third base quickly, Josh.
And we've got ourselves a new leader with an 11.43.
11.43, your leader in the clubhouse here is Taylor Zimmerman on this first time through the lineup card, if you will. Now to Emma Jones for Glenburn. So Jones will make her way through, going around third base. Look at the long strides by Emma Jones. Made it look easy.
Another new leader at 10.76.
10.76, Josh, or 11.
I saw 10.
That is a new record, as Riley Satchram had the record of 10.98. So that is a new Scheels Softball All-Star Series record, the first run through here for Emma Jones. So now Austin Brandt will have a chance for her second time after going 12.55. What can she do here the second time? Right now, the West first, second, and then the East with third. That stands right now as Brandt will finish
with a 13 flat.
So 13 even. So Austin Brandt is unable to make it on the board, as now it goes to Kaya Hurst. Kaya Hurst with 11.75. Can she do just a little bit better here, as she's currently, as it stands right now, just outside the top 3, as Kaya Hurst will come through.
12.31.
12.31. So a little bit slower so far for the first two runners. Now it's to Hudson Zerfus, who had an East best of 11.71 her first time through, as Zerfus rounding second on her way to third, as Zerfus will hit the inside portion of the base, able to hop her way back to third and down to home. 12.38. So right now, the second time through, the East unable to do anything better than what they did the first time, which means Emma Jones, unless one of her teammates is going to beat her, is going to be the leader in the clubhouse, as well as Mowbray here for Minot. She will be coming on home with the final time of
12.16.
And just as we saw for the East, the West a little bit slower their first time compared to, second time compared to first time through the run. Taylor Zimmerman. Zimmerman had a time of 11.43 her first time up, second on the leaderboard. Can she improve on it?
11.77.
So she will be at 11.77 now. Emma Jones already has broken a record. Can she break to it? A 10.76. Emma Jones rounding third. Can she still be under 11 seconds yet again?
11.06.
11.06. So able to see Emma Jones makes a record at 10.76, and she's able to put 5 points up for the West. Finishing second was Taylor Zimmerman with 3 additional points, and then 1 point is going to the East with Hudson Zerfus at 11.71. So 10.76 for Emma Jones of Glenburn, 11.43 for Taylor Zimmerman from Wilton and Wing, and the West gets 8 of the 9 points with Hudson Zerfus of Mayport CG. Now we'll make our way to the infield throwing accuracy, where the record is 15 points with Tori Olson with Bismarck legacy back in 2022, as they will throw across the diamond here, Josh, and give us an explanation of what we're going to be looking for from that shortstop, third base side over to first base, and what kind of the point system, again, Josh is here with 3-1 in terms of what you're trying to do for these throwers.
Yeah, so Scos is going to hit the ground balls, and then you're going to field them around the shortstop spot, and it's going to be a fire over to first base. In the net is where you're looking to get cleanly for the maximum amount of points, and then on a hop you can still score a point if it gets to the net as well.
So you're going to get 3 points going directly in with no hop, or same thing, you don't hit the side, and then 1 point if you do hit the side, the edge, the area around the middle. Again, the middle target dead on is 3 points. Here's your starting lineups for both teams, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. For the East, Jada Purdy of Fargo North, Ella Nelson of Red River, Alexa Gregg from Shanley. I would like to be her travel partner heading to Chaminade in the fall for Hawaii. And then Madison Adlin for West Fargo Cheyenne. For the West, able to see Logan Eastos from Des Lacs Burlington. Also from there, you have Maya Mary from Dickinson and Chloe Stundall from Williston here for the infield throwing accuracy. And so far, the West with a nice commanding 8-1 lead on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. And congratulations again to Emma Jones from Glenbard at 10.76. Josh, you're a runner. What made Emma Jones get around those bases so quickly in your perspective here, Josh?
Something that I don't even have, long strides.
Long strides indeed, able to get around the base pass quickly as we get ready for our first infield throwing competitor from the Fargo North Spartans in Jada Purdy, as Purdy is going to make her way from the shortstop spot, get a couple of ground balls, get a handful of attempts, and the record to beat is 15. As I think we're just waiting for the thumbs up and good to go. And then we'll get to the outfield throwing accuracy and the home run derby still to come. This one will be here for Purdy. Let's get a chance. And for some of these athletes, too, you might be in a different location or a different spot than your normal shortstop. As she does get on the board there for some points. Purdy will have her third attempt. Able to go 2 for 2 now for Purdy after missing the first. Kind of getting that throwing accuracy. 1 hop's just missing. And a fifth throw here for Jada Purdy. This one will come through and be in a good spot, Josh, for the final team total here for Jada upcoming. As Ella Nelson from Red River will come through. We'll get to Jada Purdy's final time after this one, or excuse me, final results. As Ella Nelson missing the first like Jada, second one just up and off the line. Nelson will have her third opportunity, looking to hit the net just a bit outside. This one will work through, as that'll hit the net. That'll be a point. And then Ella Nelson, I believe, has one more to go, unless that was 5. But Josh, what do we have here for Jada Purdy?
So Purdy has a 7 and then a 1 for Nelson, it looks like.
Okay, so they're going through to see how many, as they're going back to make sure that they got the scoring system situated properly here over by Mike Scogan. If that goes directly in again with the amount of points, and 1 for just the 1 hop or hitting the side of the points. So Purdy's got 7, Nelson has 1. It looks like Alexa Gregg for the Shanley Deacons due up next. As Gregg will come on, makes a good attempt and a throw on number 1. First thing, just get on the board and then try to fine-tune that throw a little bit as you go for your 5 attempts. As Gregg, Josh talked about the arm yet last night. Gregg so far 3 for 3 of getting points on the board. Now make it 4-4. That one had a little mustard on it. We'll see what the last one here for Gregg has. Able to 1 hop it, and that was nicely done, Josh, for Alexa Gregg to get on the board.
I'm seeing a total of 6 here.
So able to get a lot of 1s instead of 3s there for Gregg, as Madison Adlin from West Fargo Cheyenne able to hit the first one. Second one, that'll miss up out of the zone. Get another attempt. That'll 1 hop the net. As Adlin, we'll see this one come through. And she'll have her 5th and final throw opportunity here for the Mustangs product. And Adlin, Josh, gets on the board with a couple of quality throws.
Yeah, a couple of 3s and a 1. It's a 7.
As we go to Logan Eastos. So we got 2 7s, a 6, and a 1. As Logan Eastos from Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark here able to hit the net for her first one. Able to work around as that takes the net all the way down, showing off the gun there for Logan Eastos for Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. As Eastos will have her third attempt, and we'll get that one to come through the middle. Fourth one here for Logan. I'll be just up the first base line. She's got one more throw. And Eastos able to just nick the net, so we'll see what they officially record here for Eastos.
It is a record for today of 8.
So 8 point for Eastos. She's in the clubhouse lead as it stands right now. Now to Maya Mary here for the Dickinson Mavericks. Mary, the second skills competition from the West here for the infield throwing accuracy, still with outfield and the home run derby to go, as Mary able to one-hop that one into the net. Another opportunity here for Maya Mary, and she's able to hit that one dead red. And the fifth and final throw upcoming. Mary just able to come through and have a good score though, Josh.
6 total.
So 6. So 8 right now for Eastos. Leader in the clubhouse, Purdy and Adlin at 7 apiece. Following that, as you have Chloe Stundahl here from Williston able to get on the board. As Stundahl able to come through one more time. And Josh, it doesn't matter if you throw it softly or you chuck it. Just got to try to get the middle is kind of the name of the game here. As Chloe Stundahl able to get that one to come through one more time. As she will get another throwing attempt here, and then we'll see what her final total will be for Stundahl.
And a 6 total.
So 6 for Stundahl.
They said the second one did not go in on the bounce, so then it was just a 0 for that one, but 6 total.
So Logan Eastos will take 5 points. And she'll be at 13 now for the team. And then finishing second and third will be Jada Purdy and Madison Adlin, I believe, with 7 points each. And then you'll have 4 additional points going to the East. So the record for Tori Olson is still live with 15. It's 13 away, and then you have 4 points again for the East. So 13-5 were the score on the way for, with 5 points going for Logan Eastos, and then Purdy and alongside with Adlin, both able to get on the board. So for your outfield throwing accuracy, brought to you in part by American Crystal Shirt Company, for your starting lineups for the East, it's Olivia Hendricks with West Fargo Cheyenne, Santa Kritzberger from Hillsborough Central Valley, Emery Machenbacher from Davies. For the West, you'll have Kaya Stundahl for Williston, Ava Jungers from Hazen, Miss Weeks from Mandan, and Cassie Christensen from Beulah. As this is one, again, where you don't necessarily have to throw it as hard as you can. Just got to find a way to get a nice accuracy and momentum that makes its way through. So 5 points again awarded to the fastest runner of Emma Jones, and then you have 3 additional points for Zimmerman for 8. 1 point for the East there as they're able to get through for Zerfus. And then on the throwing accuracy, Logan Eastos able to get 5 additional points for 13 for the West, then add 3 points for Purdy and 1 point for Adlin. So we get a 13-5 team score right now on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, as we'll get to the East All-Stars up first. As Olivia Hendricks of West Fargo Cheyenne, the record again is 17 points. Josh, anything you can take from a infield to outfield throwing accuracy? I know sometimes you want to wind up and really let her fly, but sometimes, as we alluded to, it's not so much about how hard you have to throw. Just find the accuracy can kind of be that, sneaky, if you want to say cheat code, if you will.
Yeah, you definitely want to get a crow hop in there so you can get some momentum behind the throw, but also maintain the accuracy behind it, because that's what's going to end up being the points payer. If you get there on a bounce or a couple of bounces and get one to roll off the net, that's still valuable. But it'll be impressive if people can hit it on the fly all the way to home plate from behind that far line. It's a good distance throw.
And then the home run derby will be upcoming after this, and then we'll hear from some of the particulars. And Emma Jones from Glenburn able to be part of the conversation here. We heard from Emma just a little bit yesterday, but we'll have a chance to maybe hear from her, some of the others upcoming in a moment. As they get the thumbs up, everyone is good to roll. First throw, this one will just go up the third base side. And we'll see that come through again for Olivia Hendricks of West Fargo Cheyenne. Hendricks able to get a little curl hop running throw into it. had a good bounce, but hit in front of the circle, then bounced where the wind is blowing up toward where Josh is standing up the third base side. Here's another attempt. That'll roll on into the home plate. So able to see Olivia Hendricks able to get one through. Second one, able to follow a similar format, and she will have her fifth throw upcoming. Then we'll get to the final team results here for Olivia Hendricks for her individual. And this one able to hit the net as well. So not too bad, 3 for 5 for Olivia Hendricks. As we get the final results here in a moment with Santa Kritzberger here for Hillsborough Central Valley. As Kritzberger able to throw this one up the third base side. As Kritzberger will get another attempt, her second. This one able to roll on through. Kritzberger on the third. So far 1 of 2. That one will just miss. Now 1 of 3 in terms of hitting the net. Second one will able to see that one able to come through, in the third of 5. That'll miss. So she goes 2 for 5 at the plate. That is 5 thrown. As we get Emery Machenbacher, we'll see what the final score is again. That's for Olivia. And then we'll need Santa Kritzberger. 4 there for Kritzberger, as we'll have to work on that pack a little bit, as this will be Emery Machenbacher for Fargo Davies. Machenbacher misses the first. Second one comes in, won't miss as well. So far 0 for 2 for Machenbacher. As this round, that'll work through, as we'll have the pack again up a lot, as we're having issues down on, as we'll have a fourth throw here for Emery Machenbacher, as Machenbacher able to get the second of 4 with a one hop. So far we haven't seen one dead to red, if you will, for the East All-Stars without a hop, as Machenbacher will see this and able to hit that one on through as well. Josh, you got any final scores down there?
Yes, 1 second here, just tallying. We got 5 for Hendricks, 4 for Kritzberger, and then 5 on the most recent.
So Hendricks has 5, Machenbacher with 5 and 4 points for Kritzberger the first time. Therefore, the East now the second time here for the West, or their first time, but second time around, able to come through a little bit for Kaya Stundal for Williston. Then we'll get to Ava Jungers of Hazen, Weeks of Mandan, and Christensen of Beulah. So that will be close to hitting the respective throw. As it's 200 to straightaway center, so you're coming on in, got about 150 in front of you, as that was able to one hop and get into the middle. As Kaya Stundal looking to make sure she's got 5 or she's got one more throw, and it looks like that is 5.
It's a total of 6.
6 points for Kaya Stundal to Ava Jungers here for Hazen, as this will come through, and almost was her first dead to red there for Ava Jungers, which she's the catcher, so she should have a good spot to see how that makes its way through. A little bit different spot, though, from center field, and almost like a javelin able to come back on in for Ava. That's a good step. Got the crow hop, and Jungers one more time with the one hop, but so far able to hit the net all 3 times. Jungers, another opportunity, does a good job here. We'll see what the last throw on the way for Ava still to come. And Jungers able to go 5 for 5. We'll just see what the final results here are upcoming.
That's a 13.
Ava Jungers with 13 points, so she is the leader in the clubhouse, if you will. So the West has a chance to sweep the East here. Able to get that one through for Weeks from Mandan on the first, and very similar to Ava Jungers. Just kind of see the step coming through, make your way up. Again, just not soft tosses, Josh, but not 100 miles an hour either. Just kind of coming through almost, if you will, 65, 70%, making some good throws here for Weeks. As Weeks does this one again, and she will look to go 5 for 5 in terms of hitting the net. Weeks on the last one just will tail off, but 4 for 5, not too bad. We'll see what the final tally is.
A final score of 8.
So the West will sweep the East here in this result, and in doing so will take 9 points on that team scoreboard as well, with Christensen upcoming from Beulah. No matter what her result is, the West has outdone the East here in the outfield throwing accuracy. As this will be another attempt by Christensen. As Cassie, just one or two more to go. As this will tail up the third base side and just miss. Then we'll get to the home run derby still to come. So last throw on the way here for Cassie. As Cassie just misses here up the third base side. That is her fifth and final throw here for Christensen with a final score of
1 point.
as Christensen gets one. So Ava Jungers takes first, Weeks takes second, and Stundal takes third at 9 more points up to that scoreboard. And all of a sudden you look up, it's 22-5 in favor of the West, and they have taken the lead, and they will take the skills competition as well. As for the home run derby, we'll get to Brady Bussey of Central Cass, Ellis Spidell of Red River, Kenley Fisher of Fargo North, and Aspen Preen from Central Cass. So Bussey, Spidell, Fisher, and Preen. Well, for the skills competition for our American Crystal Sugar scorer starting lineups will be Addison Dale Geiger of Beulah, Avon Kelly from Minot North, Kendall Peterson from Dickinson, and Riley Ingmanson here for Legacy. So Dale Geiger, Kelly, Peterson, and Ingmanson again for the West, who have already taken the skills competition no matter the results here in terms of that 5-3-1 that you get on that scoreboard. So the West again will be your champs here for the skills competition as Bussey, Spidell, Fisher, and Preen upcoming. The record, Logan Gronburn with 38 points back in 2022. So if you get a home run, you get 5. If you get just past the outfield into the infield, you get 1 and 3 points if you can go about 150 to 200 in terms of the total results as they come through, and they're making sure they got everything situated here behind the plate and also with the batters coming up here today. Josh, I know you kind of circled Avon Kelly to kind of see what we can do here, so it'll be fun to see obviously there, but also Aspen Preen was able to launch a couple of home runs for the Squirrels this season from the East perspective here, Josh.
Yeah, you have a couple of big bats from Central Cass and on the east side with Preen and Bussey that both can definitely get it over the fence here with ease. So those two I expect would be pretty big for the East to go up against Kelly and company for the West.
As the wind is blowing in a skosh as well, so this will be a little bit different in terms of trying to come on in from just that center field almost towards the dugout here up the third base side. So Bussey will come up to the plate, and she'll have the first go of it as Brady Bussey will have a chance here for the Central Cass Squirrels, heading to the state of Nebraska for college coming up here in the fall. As Bussey will have the first chance and kind of set the tone, as that one will be on the ground and won't count for a point. Unless they said that Scott Koss gave her one extra, maybe warm-up pitch a little bit here, making sure they got everything situated in terms of points. Give her the thumbs up. Bussey, there's a fly ball. That's got a chance to try to get to the warning track here, and Bussey does get a couple of points on that as it goes towards the second level. Bussey one more time. That might be a little bit deeper and farther, and that ball is up, and that'll one-hop the wall. So Bussey gets 2 consecutive swings that will result in some points and make it 3 now here for Brady. And so far, 4 opportunities, 3 swings up on the board. Bussey, as we saw on those 3 swings, more of a pull hitter, as this one trying to see if it can get down the line and result in a point or 2. Bussey leaves this one through, and her head coach, Scott Koss, giving her the pitches here from Central Cass, named after Koss Field in Castleton as well. Part of that state championship team and the Class B Coach of the Year here at Scott Koss from the Squirrels, as Bussey hits a fly ball to left, and this will result in a few more points. And Bussey able to tattoo this one out to left center, and that'll be in front, but will result in a couple points. Just has a couple of swings left here for Bussey, but able to have a good job as a leadoff batter, get a good result to points here, Josh, and doesn't hit a home run, but Bussey able to get a good job in terms of being a good leadoff batter here for the East.
It's a total of 18. All of the hits got to the far warning track point total of 3, so she had 6 threes.
So Bussey again with 18 points to lead things off. Now it goes to Ella Spidell, as Spidell able to get that one. It looks like just enough for 1 point. Spidell hits a towering fly ball to center, and this will with the wind, be batted down in that 1-point range. Spidell grounder up the third base side. That'll go foul eventually, or result in just 1 point, as there's a pop-up. That'll go towards first and unable to get out of the infield. Spidell looking to barrel one up, does there. There's a good line drive shot that'll result in a 3-pointer. And Spidell does another one looking towards the scoreboard, to the track, to the wall, and that one is going to hit the Scheels Softball All-Star Series banner for 3 points. Spidell able to get another one that goes out of the infield for another point. Spidell hits this one foul. That will result in 0. So you get 0, 1, 3, or 5. If you can hit a home run like this, has a chance to the track, to the wall, and you can put that one up. And it stayed in.
We got a little bit of wind here today.
As the dugout, from my advantage point, unable to see that. So Spidell gets on the board. I think Bussy, though, Josh, is still going to be leader in front of her. Again, Spidell needing to get past 18, Josh.
It'll be a 12 for Spidell on that one.
Thank you very much from Mid River. Now to Kenley Fisher from Fargo North. Line drive swings might be the name of the game here. And Fisher, first pitch, hits one to straightaway center. Look out, Scott Koss. That's why you have a spot for a net in front of you, as Fisher will hit this one up the third base side. But that first swing, a line drive swing, is probably what Fisher will, and these batters look to do with that wind blowing in from center field, able to get one into center for another 3-pointer for Fisher. Fisher again hits this one on the line, nearly gets a 3-point attempt, gets one there. Fisher, look out, as that one came through like mini golf, trying to go back through the windmill. Scott Kostad does it again. Can we put that as bonus points? I'm not sure if that kind of works a little bit. Twice for Fisher to go right back through where it came from. As Fisher hits a pop-up, that'll go towards the warning track for 3. Fisher does it again. Look out in center, and Fisher able to go right back up the middle here. Very little pull or opposite field hits. Kind of more straight to center, and there's a good round by Fisher. So Kenley Fisher able to do, Josh, I believe at least 15 potentially.
It'll be even 16.
There we go, 16 points for Fisher, as the lefty here with Preen will make her way. And Preen pops this one up. So far 0 for 2 for Aspen Preen. Fellow coach and Scott Koss again, as Preen just a little bit underneath these first 3 attempts. Preen hits one up the first base side. That'll go foul. And now we'll see what Preen can do here on these last ones, as this will be the 5th pitch of the at-bat down the line. Preen trying to see if she can hit one high in the air, and so far unable to get one out of the outfield here for Preen. That has resulted in some points, as this will go up the first base side. Foul. Getting 5 points if he can get a home run here. Preen's going to get on the board. That's close to being a 3-pointer. Preen will pop this one up. This would be towards the press box, right on top of the press box, like Santa came to town with some presents earlier, as there will be a pop-up that'll go towards right center. Preen with another chance. Line drive, that'll go foul. Aspen Preen will get a couple of points here for Aspen Preen.
Yep, total of 2 there, so the high of 18 is what stands for the West to beat.
So for Brady Bussey, 18 points. If you get 4 home runs and nothing else, you'll beat that in terms of the 5 points awarded. So Bussey with 18, Spidell and Fisher with 16 and Spidell with 12. That is your skills competition. And then we'll get to the West on the way here. And here's what they have. Addison or Addie Dale Geiger from Beulah, even Kelly from Minot North, Kendall Peterson from Dickinson, and Riley Ingmanson from Bismarck Legacy. And kind of like Wrigleyville in when the wind's blowing in, makes it a little bit more tougher here at Bismarck Legacy as well. The record's still intact with Logan Gronberg from Bismarck with 38 points. As Addie Dale Geiger from Beulah will come up to the plates. She will take the first swing away. Is Jesse Stundahl from Williston throwing the pitches, and there's a towering fly ball that'll result in 3 points, and this one will go foul up the first baseline. So far for Dale Geiger, 1 of 2 in terms of points at the plate. This one will go to right center field, showing her your power. She's got 6. This one will be close to 1, maybe 3, pending the spot. Dale Geiger, line drive shot to center, and that's gone. Addie Dale Geiger. Again, a line drive shot through the wind might be your best variety. That one literally just over the center field where our camera would be in center, but we put the second camera here inside with the weather, so Dale Geiger could have launched another home run here potentially to right center. That has a chance to get up and gone. Addie Dale Geiger with just 10 points from the homers, and she'll have another opportunity here for Dale Geiger. That's gone. University of Sioux Falls product having a good at-bat here through the rounds, and that'll be up and over again. So Dale Geiger with 20 points just in terms of the homers, Josh, and then you add that with some of the threes we get here. That's going to be close to a potential record.
Yeah, that is a 30.
30 points for Addie Dale Geiger, 8 points away from the record, but Addie Dale Geiger with those 4 home runs, able to get 20 points, and now it goes to Avon Kelly. Kelly hit a solo home run last night in game number 2 to right field at Theraldson Park, almost towards the track, and she will go oppo here to start things off. It'll go foul. So Kelly, from the Sentinels' perspective, having a chance to be represented here. And look out, Jesse. Scott Koss was close if there was not a fence right in front of him or a netting. That one would have been dangerous instead. So I just kind of sway back on in. As Kelly will hit one in the air to right center field. That's got a little pop and towards the track. Gets a couple of points. Will be a grounder, result in 0. Still got 2 batters to go with Kendall Peterson and Riley Ingmanson coming up here from both Dickinson and Bismarck Legacy. As Kelly with a couple more swings. This will be a good shot to center and just high off the wall. And Kelly hits one right back up the middle, 200 to straightaway center. That was probably about trying to get just over here for Kelly. So right now, Dale Geiger first with Bussey second, and then you got Kenley Fisher third, as this one will result in a couple of points. Popped up right center field. That looks to be at least for one. It is. So Kelly able to get another point to her total, as that will be the final swing for number 10, getting 10 opportunities here for the West.
And 10 points.
So Dale Geiger again going to get 5 more points here for the West. Just a matter of how many more can they get with Kendall Peterson here from Dickinson. And then from there, Riley Ingmanson. Peterson hits this one foul. She'll have 9 more swings. There's a fly ball hit in the air to left center field to the track, and that'll result in 3 points. Right in front of Matt Veit. Has another opportunity here to left center. This one will go right to Matt for 3 points. So 6 here so far for Peterson with 4 swings. Has 6 more to go. There's a line drive shot. Another 3 points here for Kendall. Peterson trying to see if this one can muscle out towards the outfield. Only able to get 1. Peterson, there's a scorcher to left center. A few more swings here for Peterson. This one up and potentially over the fence. That will one hop. Was close towards the warning track. Peterson hits this one. Able to get potentially 3 points. She does. We'll add on to her total so far for Kendall, getting close to that Bussey total to be at least in the top 2. This swing will add another point. We'll see if that was the one that to get over Brady Bussey here, Josh.
Yeah, it will be 20.
So 20. So the West will take first and second with Bussey third, but that's pending what Riley Ingmanson has. If Riley can get over 18, the West will sweep in the home run derby with the one player to hit some home runs, currently in the lead with Dale Geiger. There's 3 points for Riley Ingmanson, and another 3-pointer coming here as that one goes all the way to the facing of the wall. So 2 swings and 6 points until the third, and right back up the middle yet again. Looking very similar to what we saw with Kenley Fisher earlier from Fargo North. As this will be a pop-up into behind second base, does get a point. This will go to right center field and carry towards the track, and that ball will one-hop the wall. Right back up the middle. So far about 10 points here for Riley Ingmanson. And Ingmanson, well, might have been a point, but goes right towards where the netting is. Has a couple more swings here for the Bismarck Legacy Sabre product. As Ingmanson hits one to straightaway center field to the track, and that ball is one-hop the wall. And Ingmanson has another chance for a line drive point. Able to get on the board there, Josh. Not a bad round, though, for Riley.
14 is the call, so Bussey holds on to third.
Addie Dale Geiger gets 5 more points for the West with 27. And then you add Kendall Peterson with 3, so they'll finish with 30. And then you get 1 additional points along the board here for Brady Bussey for the East. So the West will take the skills competition here today over the East All-Stars. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from some of the particulars who are able to take the top spot when we return. That and more is still to come today on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the RJ Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, as taking a look again at the skills competition one more time. For the fastest runner, Emma Jones sets the record. The previous record was Riley Satcham with a 10.98 around the base pass. She goes 10.76 around the base pass for the new record and beats it by a 0.22 tenths of a second as she is standing by with her own. Josh Boyko here. Josh, let's send it down to you.
Thank you, Chase. Got Emma Jones joining us here, setting fresh off of a record for the skills competition base running. So were your eyes set on breaking records here today for running around some bases?
No. I was just going to run as fast as I could and not trip out on any bases and wipe out.
Well, that was a success and then some for that. So how does it feel to be a part of the history books now for the skills competition?
It feels good. I actually didn't know that I broke the record, so yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, congratulations on that. The previous time was a 10.98, and you were in the 10.7 something, so congrats on that. And then also your team was able to win the skills competition with some good power and other fielding too. So how about a shout out to the rest of your teammates for that?
Oh gosh, yes. They kept the energy high, and we just kept going with everybody, and everybody did their best, and yeah, it was fun.
How excited are we for game number 3 coming up of this series?
Oh, I'm pretty stoked. Should be a good one, like always, and yeah.
Do you expect that the West can make it 3 in a row?
I hope so. I hope we can pull through and get another dub, but we'll see.
All right, best of luck with that. Congrats on the record. Thank you. That's Emma Jones joining us here.
Thank you very much, Josh Boyko, again with Emma Jones, as we'll have a chance to hear from Addie Dale Geiger coming up in a moment as well. Emma Jones, part of that Glenburn Panther team that finished 7th place to the State B tournament here over the weekend in Jamestown, defeating Pembina County North. So Emma Jones with the top spot. From there, finishing in 2nd was Taylor Zimmerman from Wilton and Wing, and then Hudson Zerfus from Mayport CG finishing 3rd. The infield throwing accuracy went to Logan Eastos for Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark with 8 points, and then Jada Purdy and Madison Adlin had 7 apiece to finish 2nd and 3rd. Outfield throwing competition, Ava Jungers with 13 points, and then you had 8 for Weeks and 6 for Kaya Stundal. And then our home run derby champ standing by with Josh Boyko right now. That is Addie Dale Geiger, hit 4 out of the park, finished with 30 points here from the Beulah Miners.
Thank you very much. Yes, Addie Dale Geiger joining us here. Take us through your approach you had for the home run derby, as you were the one that had most success getting the ball over the fence.
I was just thinking line drive and try to hit it far, I guess. I know the wind was going to push it in, so just hit it as hard as I can at that point.
Yeah, the line drive certainly worked. And while we've got you here, tell us just some of your favorite moments in your high school softball career, just some favorite highlights of yours.
Like full career, I think my favorite moment is definitely winning state with Taylor Christensen and that team. That was probably the best. And just building a family with all the girls.
Talk to me about future plans coming up that you've got this fall.
This fall, I'll be going to University of Sioux Falls to play softball, and then going into their Rad Tech program.
Awesome. What made Sioux Falls the right spot, and do you plan to continue pitching there?
Yeah, I plan on continue pitching, at least relief right now. And then just family. I have family and friends up there. I used to play up there all the time, so it's just a nice place to be.
What's been the most fun part of this 2-day experience for you?
I think playing with all the girls I used to compete against and then getting to learn everyone, it's really nice and it's really fun.
What are you looking forward to most about Game 3 coming up?
I think just having fun, playing, just all of it.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Josh Boyko, Addie Del Geiger with us here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll allow Josh to get interviews for the next game. Starting lineup's going to do his pregame work for game number 3 that'll be underway in about 50 minutes from now. So, Josh, you can kind of get set with the coaches' interviews and the lineups and do everything you need to do there. We'll continue with more here. Those interviews brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at Exit 104. There's a lot to love in Burrowland. The location, the people, and the amenities and more. Experience for yourself at Exit 104 or go to growhillsboroND.com. That's growhillsboroND.com. Again, the Home Run Derby, Addison Dale Geiger with 30 points. She takes 5 points. Kendall Peterson from Dickinson with 20. And then Brady Bussey from Central Castle finished third with 18 points. That, again, is a look at your skills competition. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for game number 3 and also remind you what's to come here a little bit later on at about 4:30 with the Scheels Softball North Dakota Hall of Fame. We'll get to that and more and recap what happened yesterday in Fargo here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
As we continue here on YourLiveEvent.com, let's take a look at some of our post-game connection brought to you in part by Halstead Telephone Company. Go to halsteadtel.com. Addie Dale Geiger with 4 home runs. That is a post-game connection indeed in the Home Run Derby, proudly providing internet, phone, cable TV service, and more to areas of the Red River Valley in North Dakota and Minnesota and the local communities. Our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection when it comes to a Home Run Derby, and you get 4 of them to leave the park, that is with Addie Dale Geiger. We go from there to our Agassi Precision move, and when you get a brand new record, I think that has to be a Agassi Precision player of the game, and that is Emma Jones with the skills competition, beating a new fastest around the base pass here at the North Dakota Scheels Softball All-Star Series with a 10.76, beating the previous record of Riley Centrum, held on for 2 years of Mayport CG back in 2024. She ran a sub-11 at 10.98. Just a little bit better was Emma Jones from Glenburn, running a 10.76. Emma Jones is our Agassi Precision Egg, quickly around the base pass, player of the skills competition, your local precision planting dealer, Agassi Precision Egg in Hillsboro. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com and get ready for the upcoming spring planting season. It'll be here before you know it at planterdoc.com. We go from there to our performance, brought to you in part by Performance Ag in Borup, Minnesota. Since 2013, Performance Ag west of Borup has been your full-service agronomy center with fertilizer, seed, chemical, liquid fertilizer, and more, helping continue to make the area farmers grow and prosper. They thank you for your business from Performance Ag of west of Borup. And from there, we'll give that to the throwing competition of Ava Jungers from Hazen with 13 points, able to get a couple on the board and nearly got 2 or 3 dead red. The catcher went to center fielder, and she got the outfield assist, which normally she doesn't apply that. She normally applies tag at home plate. She is our Performance Ag high performance of the outfield throwing competition. And we go to our Enbridge Energy player in the infield throwing competition, Logan Eastas, able to finish with first place. Logan Eastas from Delax, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark is our infield throwing accuracy. Here brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to enbridge.com. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue with more after this. And from there, we'll recap what happened yesterday, preview what's coming up a little bit later on. Then we'll get to our pregame show, starting lineup, stand, and more ahead of our Hall of Fame induction and our third game of the day from the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. Again, life takes energy. Go to enbridge.com. Back with more after this here in Bismarck.
America is celebrating its 250th birthday, and Great Plains Fireworks is here to help you light up the sky like never before. Blast off with 608. The name is for the number of shots packed into a 30-second thriller. Get your hands on it while it's still in stock. Or open up Treasure Chest for a 48-shot, 3-minute finale using the whole rainbow to light up the night. Great Plains Fireworks, your low-priced, family-friendly store that's here to help you celebrate the summer.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
As we come back for a recap of what happened yesterday in Fargo, game number 1 went to the West All-Stars by a final of 9-2. Annie Dale Geiger with the complete game win, 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs that were earned, 3 walks and 6 strikeouts, picking up the loss. Charlie Odegaard for the Kindred Richland Vikings. In the West All-Star lineup in game number 1, going 3 for 3 from the plate from Whitland Wing was Taylor Zimmerman with 3 runs driven in and a run scored as well. Kelly was able to get a couple runs scored in game number 1 here for the West All-Stars. The East was led by Santa Kritzberger, who went 1 of 2 with a run scored and a run driven in here for Hillsborough Central Valley. 9 runs on 13 hits, while for the the East All-Stars, they had 2 runs on 7 hits. And then game number 2, the West really got up on the East after the 3rd inning and never relinquished a lead, scoring 16 runs on 16 hits, while the East had 2 runs on 3 hits. The East did lead briefly 1-0 after 2, but then the second time kind of seeing Jada Purdy, that's when the West got on Purdy. Picking up the win was Kendall Peterson from Dickinson as she matched Dale Geider equally in the circle. 7 innings for the complete game. 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. At the plate for the West, they were able to go 1 of 3 with Ava Jungers with a run scored and 2 runs driven in. And then Peterson also at the plate went 2 of 3 with a run scored and 4 runs driven in for the West in terms of those 4 RBIs. Chloe Stundall had 3 runs scored in the win for the West. And the eastern side of the state, able to get a couple of runs driven in was with Alexa Gregg from Shanley, and then Adlin from West Fargo Cheyenne, able to get a couple runs driven in the loss there for the East. Earlier today, 30-6, the East picked up the win in the skills. The West picked up the win in the skills competition over the East again, 30-6. So the West just looking to put the finishing touches on the East if they can win game number 3 of this series. The East looking to pick up a win here and at least go 1 of 2 against the West. All time of the series, the West now is 16-8 all time in the series against the West. We'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll preview what's to come. We'll go to our coming up slide for just a few minutes before we get to the 4:30 portion of the hour with the Hall of Fame induction and 4:45 with the opening pitch. That and more here today on YourLiveEvent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at YourLiveEvent.com.
The World of Outlaws labels are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com.
Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No, 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 no! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball size hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neelsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, one more time, congratulations to the skill competition winners. Fastest runner, Emma Jones, with a new record at 10.76 from Glenburn. The infield throwing accuracy goes to Logan Eastos from Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. The outfield throwing accuracy goes to Ava Jungers from Hazen. And the home run derby goes to Addie Delgeiger here with 30 points. Able to see that one come through. So not on top did the West just win the skills competition, but they took first place in every skills competition as well, and they will look to earn the sweep a little bit later on here tonight. Still to come, we're going to honor two respective softball players who have also been able to play in this respective Scheels Softball All-Star Series. 10 years this has gone on. We will get to Taya Hopoff from Dickinson, a 2022 player here in the Scheels Softball All-Star Series. She made her way to the University of North Dakota, and the same for Brooklyn Morris from Bismarck Century. Played in 2022 and played with Taya at UND as well. So we'll get to that. Could be a little bit earlier, depending on what the weather forecast has in store. Could be more of a 4:20, 4:25 schedule for 4:30, and then we'll get to Game 3 of the series. Following that, we'll hear from some of the coaches. We'll hear from the players one more time, going back through. This series started back in 2017, and the West now has a 16-8 all-time lead over the East. On behalf of Josh Boyko and Joey Hughes, I'm Chase Miller. We'll go into our coming up slide here in just a few moments. Stay with us. We'll come back here on this very stream link at about 4:10, 4:15, kind of give you an update of where we're going to go through for the rest of the afternoon. That and more is still to come today here from Bismarck Legacy. And if you missed any of our coverage from day number 1 at NDSU, just search the Scheels Softball All-Star Series on our YouTube channel by searching with Your Live Event, or go back to YourLiveEvent.com. Click on the game link from yesterday. You can watch everything back for free of charge as well. We'll take a quick little pause for a good cause. Come back here in about 15, 20 minutes. Let you know what the rundown schedule is for the rest of the day. Again, scheduled for 4:30. Could be a little bit earlier with that Hall of Fame induction, 4:45 for Game 3. But again, could be pushed a little bit earlier pending the forecast. Then and more to come here today in Bismarck.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated. So you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
America is celebrating its 250th birthday, and Great Plains Fireworks is here to help you light up the sky like never before. Looking for something fun for the whole family? The Nuclear Bubble Beretta is a safe but fun crowd pleaser for all ages. And if you want pure excitement, fan favorite Spin Monkey delivers a minute-long, multicolored fountain that turns into a shower of sparks. Great Plains Fireworks, your low-priced, family-friendly store that's here to help you celebrate the summer.
People often ask me, why are Hillsborough Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsborough Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsborough students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Bismarck Legacy as we are set for Game 3 to get started in just a bit for our 10th annual Scheels All-Star Softball Series with the West All-Stars taking Games 1 and 2 yesterday in Fargo over at NDSU. That is what got us started, and then we had the skills competition earlier today with the West taking the win in that and had all of the winners in that skills competition as well. We also have our North Dakota Softball All-Stars Hall of Fame here as we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Before game number 3, Taya Hopoff of Dickinson, graduate of 2022, and Brooklyn Morris of Bismarck Century, same year, getting inducted into the Scheels, into the North Dakota Softball All-Stars Hall of Fame. So congrats to them on that. And a reminder that this is your Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieINS.com to get a free quote started today. And later we'll get to our starting lineups brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar. But first we'll bring in our sideline man, Chase Miller, here as he is down over by the first base side. Chase, what is it like field conditions-wise? We've been talking about weather a little bit throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are kind of holding their breath a little bit, seeing what's going up on the north side between the Canadian border and North Dakota. Winds will be blowing in definitely from the right. Right now, we're still good with the Bismarck bubble, if you will, but it's definitely the wind's turning around. And as Eddie Dale Geiger told you about half hour ago, Josh, if you want to get through the wind, you're going to have to hit a line drive shot somewhere. Otherwise, if you're a center fielder or left fielder, something gets hit in the air, it's going to jet Towns the third base side. But overall, not too bad at playing conditions, particularly when the sun's not out. Pretty nice here on the field here in Bismarck.
Thank you, Chase. And speaking of Eddie Dale Geiger, your home run derby champion with 4 home runs, the most of any player throughout the skills competition's home run swinging competition. So Dale Geiger has been a standout as one of our outstanding athletes of this series so far. We saw Taylor Zimmerman have a good first and second game as well. Chase, who have been some of your standouts here?
Yeah, Peterson, obviously, from Dickinson, able to see that. I mean, what she was able to do yesterday. We talked about Dale Geiger, Zimmerman, respectively. I think from the East, the question is, can a Kritzberger, a Bussey, a Purdy, get the bats going? That's been the biggest question so far through 2 games, just with what we've seen from Kendall Peterson, from Dickinson, and the same thing from Dale Geiger. Just trying to get some quality at bats going, and maybe seeing someone a second time around will be the interesting perspective as we make our way through. As we're honoring Brooklyn Morris here, Josh, from Bismarck Legacy, for the first North Dakota Hall of Fame here from the Scheels Softball All-Star Series.
Yeah, a little bit about the bio here for Brooklyn Morris. Enters the All-Star Softball Hall of Fame as inaugural inductee whose career reflects excellence, leadership, and a lasting commitment to the game of softball in North Dakota. And a standout athlete at Century, Brooklyn continued her softball journey through the Scheels All-Star Softball Series before completing an accomplished 4-year career at UND. So that is Brooklyn Morris of Bismarck Century and UND, as we now bring out Taya Hopoff as well of Dickinson. And her continued success at UND, she became one of the program's most accomplished players. During her senior season, earned an honorable mention in the All-Summit League honors while also setting the Fighting Hawks program record for most games played in a career. Known for her toughness and command behind the plate and composure, Taya set a standard of excellence that will continue to inspire North Dakota softball athletes for years to come. Those are your 2 inductees here to the North Dakota Softball All-Stars Hall of Fame, Brooklyn Morris of Bismarck Century and Taya Hopoff of Dickinson, both completing decorated careers at UND softball. We'll take a break here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, and when we come back, we'll preview what's to come here for our starting lineups and more on yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
The Norman County Fair, where summer begins and the fun never ends. It's the
Big ATV Big Air Tour.
coming to the Norman County Fair for one thrilling night, Saturday, June 27th. Witness heart-pounding stunts, massive jumps, and the jaw-dropping ATV backflip performed by some of the world's best ATV and dirt bike riders. Showtime, 7 p.m. Tickets, $15 for adults, kids 12 and under $5. The ATV Big Air Tour, coming to the Norman County Fair. Don't miss it.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com.
Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading core tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation to confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading core tutor.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com, wrapping up our Irie Insurance pregame show, and now on to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. This is going to be the batting order for the East, who are the visitors. On the scoreboard, Alexa Gregg will lead off, followed by Jada Purdy, then Kenley Fisher, followed by Aspen Preen, Ellis Bidell, Madison Adland, then Osti Brandt, Emery Machenbacher, Olivia Hendricks, Brady Bussey, Santa Kritzberger, Ellen Nelson, followed by Hurst and Zerfus. We'll be back after our national anthem next.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com as we just before break got to those East starting lineups with our lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life. Great careers, quality products, grower owned. Visit crystalsugar.com. And now we get to the West defensive alignment, and it's going to change plenty, so don't put too much stock into starting lineups or where everyone's at to begin. But to start things in the outfield, Cassidy Christensen of Beulah is in left. And in center, it's Darby Mowbray of Minot. And in right field, it is Maya Mary of Dickinson. And then around the horn on the infield, Avon Kelly at third. And then Taylor Zimmerman shortstop. Chloe Sundall at second, and Cabry Weeks at first. Your battery is Addison Del Geiger and then Ava Jungers behind the plate. That is your American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups for both teams, and it's led off now by the East All-Star side of Alexa Gregg. Dale Geiger is ready and delivers a first pitch, strike number 1.
All right, Josh, join us here. Part of our Hillsborough EDC player profile interviews again from the Williston Coyotes is Kaya Stundahl here. Kaya, just take us through day number 1 yesterday in Fargo. What did you enjoy and have kind of fun as you got ready for day number 2 here today in Bismarck?
Well, yesterday was really fun playing cornhole and getting to meet all my prior opponents, and they're all good people. So, and then I was really looking forward to today, just getting in to do the skills competition and getting to play another game. So,
as you go through here, what has been one thing with your sister and your dad that you get to have one more, family outing, so to speak, before you both kind of head off to college here?
It's been fun having it all here and getting to play my last high school softball game here with all of them. And it's a cool experience to have your family out here with you. It's been fun.
As you go forward here, what are you looking forward to? What's the plans coming up here in the fall?
Well, I will be attending Minot State to play softball and major in biology for looking into pre-dental. And I'm just really excited to go to Minot, not too far from home. I really like the team already, and I'm just super pumped about that.
How much was it between you and your sister to have conversation about continuing to play together or go to the same school as you kind of went through your high school career?
We kind of always knew we were going to play together, and I just didn't know for a long time if I wanted to do softball for sure, but she always knew she was doing softball. But then Minot was perfect, wanted both of us, and it worked out really well.
2 more questions for you. Biggest thing in softball, what's been a memory or two? Obviously, the last couple of years have been right on top of the pinnacle from a team perspective, but what's been a memory or two that you enjoy most here for the game of softball?
I think one of the biggest ones is just winning state this last year, because it was a whole different atmosphere prior, being underdogs, and then having the pressure to just win again was huge, but being able to come on top again was crazy this year against a good team like Dickinson. So
if someone gets into softball, what's a skill that they should learn early on? Is it hitting? Is it running? Is it listening to your coaches? What would be a skill they should learn early on?
Definitely probably listening to your coaches. And then I would just pick up a bat and, I don't know, get some mechanics down.
All right, thanks, Kaya.
Thank you.
Back to you, Josh, with Kaya Stundahl.
Thank you, Chase. We'll send it to break here as a 5-4-3 double play ends our inning. We'll be back in a bit.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Welcome back here on YourLiveEvent.com as we'll get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups now for the batting order of the West. Leading off will be Maya Mary, followed by Cassidy Christensen and Riley Ingmanson. The first 3 due up, and then the 4 through 6, it's Logan Eastos, Avon Kelly, Taylor Zimmerman, followed by Kendall Peterson, Addie Dale Geiger, and Chloe Stundahl, and then Ava Jungers, Kaya Stundahl, Emma Jones, Darby Mowbray, and Cabry Weeks will round out the lineup for the West. For the East defensively, in left field for them right now is Olivia Hendricks. Center field is Santa Kritzberger, and right field is Kaya Hurst. Around the horn, Madison Adland at third, Alexa Gregg at short, Austie Brandt at second, and over at first it is Spidell with the battery of Kenley Fisher catching Jada Purdy. Again, live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, and grower-owned crystalsugar.com. A bunt laid down on the first pitch, and it will trickle foul off the bat of Maya Mary. That last top half of the inning ended on a 5-4-3 double play off the bat of Kenley Fisher, erasing the Jada Purdy single through the right side. And to lead off the inning, Dale Geiger was able to strike out Alexa Gregg.
All right, Josh, join us here. Ella Nelson here from Grand Forks, whatever, part of the East All-Stars. Ella, for you, just kind of the game of softball, I guess we'll just start. What does it mean to you in the Rough Rider program here, having a fellow teammate as well with another Ella in Spidell coming out here this season?
You know, it's really fun to be with her and do this one last time. We've been playing since we were just kids back in 10U, and it's fun to close the season up with her. So,
as you come through, just what have been some of the highlights for your softball career here as a Rough Rider?
Definitely just making new friends, the hotel stays, winning tough games, the EDC championship last year.
Able to get game number 2 of the day, skills competition, cornhole, getting to know some of these other players. What's the one thing you enjoyed most so far in about 24 hours here at the Scheels Softball All-Star Series?
I think definitely the cornhole. I got to meet a lot of new girls, lots of fun talking to them and hearing what it's like at their programs and where they're from.
Able to now have half of your experience here done, roughly. If someone wants to have a chance to maybe play in this next year for future years, Ella, what would be something that you would tell for the future generations that want to try to get here in terms of what they might be able to experience?
I'd say definitely do it, work hard. It might be a little scary going into it, but all the girls are so nice and it'll be fun while you're here. So,
take us through your plans coming up here in the fall.
I'll be attending UND this fall for pre-occupational therapy.
Okay, obviously staying close to home with Ella Spidell as well. Going to be there as a fighting hawk. What just made UND kind of be the right fit for you?
I'm just sticking around home, staying close to family, and it's just a familiar campus. So,
final thing, just take us through for the next generation coming up. What will be some words of advice that you'd like to pass down for someone that might be in your shoes in future years coming up here playing in a game like this, Ella?
Just work hard, never give up, and keep going.
Ella, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today.
Thank you.
Ella Nelson from Red River, part of our Hillsboro EDC interviews. Josh.
Thank you, Chase. And Maya Mary leads off this inning with a walk and then a looking strikeout of Cassidy Christensen. Gets us to our current batter now. Riley Ingmanson is at the dish now, the Legacy Sabres product right here in Bismarck, as she'll see the righty-on-righty matchup with Jada Purdy. Swings and grounds one towards third base. They'll go all the way over to first for the 5-3 putout. That's Adland making the throw over at third. So that's 2 down. Runner at second is Mary. And that'll bring up the cleanup batter, Logan Yeastas. Yeastas out of Deluxe Burlington, Lewis and Clark. First chance with a runner in scoring position for the West, and they were able to out-hit the East 27-10 yesterday in terms of hits, so a large discrepancy in gap on that scoreboard. Diving backhanded play from the seat of her pants, throws over Alexa Gregg with an amazing web gem of a play. The Shanley Deacons product from the backhand seat of her pants fires over to first to end the inning. A candidate for our play of the game, brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag. We'll send it to break here. It's the second inning coming up next.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities.
Top of the second inning coming up in a scoreless game 3 so far, as short as it has been, but the offense I'm sure will get going soon, as it has done for the first 2 games. Final scores of 9-2 and 16-2, both in favor of the West, who now lead this series all time, 16-8 in the Scheels All-Star Softball Series. Aspen Preen of Central Cass will lead us off. Swinging first pitch. It's a little bit off the end of the bat with some spin to it. Fielded at short. The throw to first is late. Preen legs it out and has an infield single.
All right, Josh, we go from one of the co-head coaches here for the West All-Stars, as we're able to hear from Jesse yesterday. Let's hear from Carrie Tweed here from Botno. Carrie, just getting this experience as a coach, what's it been like? We've asked the players, but from a coach's perspective, what have you enjoyed most so far here about the Scheels Softball Series?
The players, they're all so adaptable. I mean, obviously we have a lot of infielders here, but they're all willing to do anything, whatever's asked of them. So just appreciate that so much.
And you go through, as we're taking a look at this one, what's the one thing that you've talked most about the players, maybe those that you coached against? All of a sudden they get to know maybe a different side of you, or you get to know a different side of them, or Class A, Class B. So what's that kind of been like, getting to see some different faces and maybe putting a little different personalities to everybody here, Carrie?
Yeah, getting to know the girls a little better has been fantastic. I mean, they're all pretty serious when we're playing, so it's good to see that other side, the fun in the dugout, the camaraderie between the girls.
Let's go through Botno. What's been the program that you've enjoyed so far, and some success of making it to state here in recent years and everything else? What's just kind of been working in that part of the state for girls softball from your perspective here, Carrie?
Let's see. Well, I'm sorry. What did you
I was just going to say, what's made Botno softball just continue to grow, I guess, from your perspective the last couple of years, and find ways to make it to state and have a good regional postseason run?
Sure, sorry. Yeah, we have a summer feeder program that's really helped us a lot. Obviously, our state, we didn't make it this year, high school, but we were a young team. We graduated 9 seniors last year. Had no seniors this year, so we have a couple building years ahead of us, but ended 3rd in the region, which we were happy with. I mean, didn't expect that, but the girls came out and worked, and just hopefully keep building.
We've asked some of the players, and cornhole's been a main thing in terms of something they like. But from a coach's perspective, how much have you talked shop, or how much is it, just really realistically letting the girls go out there, play, seeing if they want to play maybe a different position, a catcher playing center field or something like that, Gary? So what's the one thing from a coach's perspective that you've just kind of gained from this, and why moving forward do you think other coaches might want to be in this all-star series like you're in here as a coach?
Yeah, obviously, their adaptability. They've all been great at just trying a new position and not afraid to try it. I know that my high yesterday was we looked down trying to find a center fielder or an outfielder, and the one girl who's never played, she says, "I'll play wherever you need me, Coach." I'm like, that's fantastic. It's so refreshing to see just girls willing to try anything and change it up a little.
Hey, Carrie, thanks so much for your time. Safe travels moving back as you make your way back up to Botno, and best of luck moving forward here throughout the summer with your travel program and youth programs.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
Carrie Tweed, part of the West All-Star coaching staff. We'll send it back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Chase. Good to hear from Carrie Tweed, and getting to hear from all the coaches, and just the enjoyability of this All-Star series that everyone's been able to take part in and really be blessed by. So good to hear from Coach Tweed. There is now a threat brewing for the East All-Stars. They've put runners at 2nd and 3rd right now. It's Aspen Preen at 3rd and Madison Adland at 2nd after an infield single from Preen and a walk from Adland, which was split up by a line out to left from Ella Spidell. At the plate now, see Austie Brandt. And Brandt will take high, the Horace Hawks product, and has a chance to drive in the first run or runs of the game. Full count to her with 1 down. Fisted off to the right side and foul. It'll get out of play. Brandt taking participation in the home-to-home running the bases part of the skills competition earlier for the East. She sees ball 4 at her feet and will trot down to first base to load it up for Emery Machenbacher. Machenbacher stands in. The lefty from Fargo Davies, with the bases full and 1 out, takes a high strike. Just off the outside corner from Addie Dale Geiger, your home run champion, and 6 shutout innings before surrendering just 2 in the 7th against the talented East lineup in game number 1 of the All-Star Series yesterday back at NDSU in Fargo. A 1-2 count now to Machenbacher. She'll come in and play second base later in this game. She chops one on the ground to short. They'll throw to first in time. Pulled down at first base by Weeks. A nice play. But a run will come in to score. It is 1-0. The East gets on top first. That'll make it 1-0 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard with now 2 down. And Olivia Hendricks at the plate is going to pop this one back behind us. 0-1 to Hendricks of Cheyenne in West Fargo. This one hit well, left center field to the gap and caught on the track in left field, hauled in to retire the side. So 2 runners left on base. One gets in, though, on the productive out from Machenbacher to put the East up 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second.
People often ask me, why are Hillsborough Central Valley athletes so successful? Have you seen our fitness center? The weightlifting doesn't stop with our athletics. At Hillsborough Public School, we strive to do difficult things all the time. We help struggling readers read. Our MTSS process makes sure all students are improving. Hillsborough students are challenged to do difficult tasks each day. Please come and check out our school. And if you need a place to exercise, check out our fitness center.
Welcome back here as we have a 1-0 lead for the East All-Stars into the bottom of the second. It's time for a Bank North in-game update as the first run comes in off the bat of Emery Machenbacher, the Fargo Davies product, on a 6-3 putout with the bases loaded. It brings home a run after Aspen Preen and Madison Adland and Austie Brandt all reached base. 3 out of 4 of the first hitters got on. And that is your first run produced by the East. And now Jada Purdy trying to work a second scoreless inning in the bottom half. That is your Bank North in-game update. Purdy fires one in a little bit low to Avon Kelly, who we saw hit a towering blast of a home run to right field in game number 2 yesterday. Takes low, and it's now 3-0 to the power hitter from Minot North. Katie Shipman of Minot North, the alumni assistant coach for this team, also took place in that home run competition last year, a big-time power hitter. We had a panel of the alumni giving advice for these softball players as many of them prepare to take on the next level of softball or college and other endeavors in general. So good to see some mentorship there as Kelly is going to reach via the 5-pitch walk. First pitch up high to Taylor Zimmerman of Wilton Wing. We saw her have a multi-hit game on Monday. Too tall, and it's 2-0. We've really seen the Class B players come to play in this All-Star Series. It's been impressive seeing them flash the leather and swing the bats. They do it just as well in Class B. This one popped back foul behind us and out of play. 2 balls and a strike. Chop to third, and off the glove, a fair ball. It gets past Adlin, and now sliding into third base safely is Avon Kelly, and right behind her is Taylor Zimmerman into second. We'll give it a double for Zimmerman as that one gets off the outstretched glove of the third baseman Adland. First hit of the game for the West, and now they look to answer back. They've put runners in scoring position with nobody out for Kindle Peterson, who had a fantastic game yesterday as well, both in the circle and with the bat as she yanks one foul. Ball and a strike now to the Dickinson Mavericks right-handed batter. Down the left field line again, twisting foul. Just a little bit out in front of it, but Peterson getting the bat head around. Purdy looking for a strikeout to hold the runners where they are. The 1-2 Chopped on the ground to short, fielded by Gregg. She's coming home with it. The throw is not in time. It gets away from the catcher. 2 runs are going to score, and Peterson gets to second base. Hopefully Fisher is okay from behind the dish. So they'll give a little extra time to her, but Gregg, we saw her in the fielding competition from the throws from short to first, showed off the arm there, and it was kind of a little bit glove side up the third baseline, and the runner sliding into home plate kind of jars the throw loose a little bit, and it scores a couple of runs, making it 2-1 here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. So they'll talk it over on the infield as Peterson was able to put a 1-2 pitch in play. It goes down as a fielder's choice, and now it'll be Dale Geiger to the plate. A low crouch, and takes outside for ball number 1. Outside just a little bit, a small zone to Addie Dale Geiger, but if you put it in that zone, she can do a lot of damage with it. Outside, and I believe it's 3-0 now. Here is the off-range swung on, fouled off. And it is 2-2 right now. First pitch did get in there. Runner at second is Peterson. Up and away, fills the count, 3-2. Saw Purdy working in the second game on Monday. And now she gets the start in game 3. This one on the ground to third and pulled foul. A little bit off the end of the bat for Dale Geiger. And she'll stay in the box for another payoff pitch. Chloe Stundahl awaits on deck next for the West. Bounces in on the off speed, and Peterson will make it to third. Dale Geiger will walk over to first.
Now batting Chloe Stundahl.
Here is the aforementioned Chloe Stundahl. Hits in both games yesterday. They'll throw over to first, not in time. Alexa Gregg was thinking she could get to shortstop or get over to second base for a force out, but instead it's going to bring home a run for the West, as the runner might have been off on the pitch and staying out of that force out at second base. Now we got runners in action again. They throw down to third. Safe is the call. Adland applied the tag, but they say the runner is in there at third, and now the trail to second as well. So runners back in scoring position for the West, putting up another crooked number in this series. Ava Jungers at the plate from Hazen. She'll swing and foul off one. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Off speed, got her out in front. Adland tried to jump in front of it, and Gregg was waiting behind her. It brings home another run as it skips by both of them into the outfield. So Jungers will bring home a run, and now Kaya Stundahl will have runners at the corners. It's now 4-1. The runs keep adding up, and still nobody out in the bottom of the second for the West. Chopped off of Stundahl at the plate, foul, 0-1. Another off speed. Stundall a little bit out in front of it. Nips it foul to the backstop 0-2. Just one strikeout for Purdy. Nearly picked one up there, but it missed an inch outside. Hit the target, but off the plate. Her first strikeout came against Cassidy Christensen, second batter of the game for the West. Stundall to the left field side and through for a base hit. Everyone moves up a station. She knocks in Chloe Stundall for another run. Just a parade around the bases right now for the West. They keep first and third with nobody out. Kaya Stundall, the RBI single to make it 5-1 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Strike taken by Emma Jones. Clips the corner, and it's quickly 0-2 to Glenburn Panthers product. The naturally positioned shortstop Jones, who set the fastest runner record as first base is occupied. She will strike out on the third pitch of the at-bat. Second strikeout picked up by Purdy. That is first out of the bottom of the second, but just want to revisit that record. A great time set, sub-11, just the second runner ever to do that was Emma Jones. Ground ball to second base and through Brandt into right field. It's going to move over to third, Kaya Stundall. And the runners at the corners will continue. Another run comes home for the West. So that one straight through the wickets at second base. Off the bat of Darby Mowbray knocking in that run. Mowbray from Minot able to produce the sixth run for the West. A quick chat out in the circle between the battery mates of Kenley Fisher and Jada Purdy. Ground ball to second, backhanded by Brandt. Glove flipped to second, then over to first. Off the bag was Spidell. Another run's going to come home, but a nifty play by Brandt with the glove side flip. And then a quick turn from Greg. Nearly got the runner at first. Would have been our second double play. We didn't see any of them turned, I don't believe, on the ground in Monday's contest. That fielder's choice was off the bat of Cabry Weeks. And we flip back to the top of the lineup now with Maya Mary. Walked in her first at bat and then was forced out at second. Or was actually stranded there in the first inning on a couple of ground outs from Ingmanson and Yeastos. It's now 3-0. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Maya Mary, who hasn't really had the swing of the bat today. She's walked twice now. Here is Cassidy Christensen. Struck out in her first at bat and fouls off the first pitch. It's runners at first and second. Already 7 in this inning for the West. If this was a normal game, they would have already batted around through the order, but the extended lineup to make sure everyone hits, we're still a few batters away from that. Avon Kelly led off the inning with a walk. in there for a strike called to Christensen, 1-2. Purdy trying to execute a pitch to get herself out of the inning. But Christensen trying to keep the train moving. The 1-2 is fouled off to the backstop. Blocked. And now runner going to third. The throw tag is there. Safe is the call. Adlin thought she had it, but a headfirst slide into third base. Runner is safe, and each runner moves up second and third now. At bat resumes at 2-2. Christensen on the ground to second. Throw over to first in time. The 4-3 put out executed by Brandt, and that will retire the side, but not before the West comes back, answering the one run from the East with a crooked 7 spot in the bottom of the second. We go to the third next after our break.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Top of the third here on YourLiveEvent.com as we come back with a 6-run lead for the West. The East will try to chip away, and this is just a spot they found themselves in the first couple of games. They were able to score first in game number 2 with a run, but then it was just crooked number after crooked number put up by the West in response. We'll see what Brady Bussey can do to lead off this inning. Swung on and missed by Bussey. Down to Chase.
All right, thank you very much, Josh. Joining us from Wilton and Wing the Miners, that is Taylor Zimmerman. Taylor, just like in day number 1, day number 2, the West Bats able to put the ball in play a little bit here. What's been working for the team in day 2 so far in Bismarck here, Taylor?
Just seeing ball and hitting the ball, I guess.
The one thing so far in this Shield Softball All-Star Series from 24 hours ago, from the cornhole to hearing from some of the alumni to getting to know some of the other players across the state, what's the one thing you've enjoyed the most so far here, Taylor?
Definitely making new friends and playing with the people you played against.
Take us through a favorite softball memory. What kind of comes to mind for you?
I would say my 7th grade year going to state, but yeah, probably that.
You go through here in the fall. What's some of your plans coming up once you get here to August and September?
I'm going to play softball at BSC, and I'm also sorry, ball almost came. And I'm also going into business.
What made Bismarck State College just kind of the right fit for you?
I know a lot of the players, and they're all just so welcoming.
What are you most looking forward to? Kind of, this is a, if you will, kind of a bridge from high school to college. So seeing some other players that have maybe gone on to college, what are you most looking forward to once you get to that next level?
I'm looking forward to being that freshman on the team again, like working my way back up.
If you could go talk to someone who's 13, 14 years old that maybe wants a chance to play collegiately or playing an all-star game like this, Taylor, what would be some words of advice you'd like to pass down?
Practice hard every day. It pays off.
And then biggest skill set in softball, pitching, hitting, throwing. What's something someone should learn right off the bat?
The fundamentals, I guess, of everything.
I like it. Taylor, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck here moving forward in FBSC.
All right, thank you.
Again, from Wilton and Wing the Miners, that's Taylor Zimmerman. Back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Jason. Zimmerman's been a big part of the success for the West as we have quickly 2 down now in this inning with a fly out to left from Brady Bussey and a chopper on the first pitch of the at-bat from Santa Kritzberger. Back to the pitcher. Dale Geiger fields their position well and now has quickly 2 outs in this inning. But Zimmerman, a big part of the success for the West with a nice round of at-bats yesterday. This one fouled back right over our heads on the press box. 2 balls and a strike to Ella Nelson, one of the 2 Ellas of Grand Forks Red River, with her teammate Ella Spidell over at first base. Nelson will end up catching later in this ball game. Hitters count 3-1, loops 1 foul right side, full count. Payoff pitch inside for ball 4. So Nelson works a walk with 2 down to extend the inning for Kaya Hurst. Hurst hitting the top 3 of that lineup for the Thompson Tommies and Matt Chandler's squad. Just a really good, sound, fundamental team that they had one of the deepest lineups in Class B or anywhere that you'll find, really. The 1-0 to Hurst, popped up back of second base. Calling for it is the second baseman to make the catch right there. So Jones grabs it, and that will retire the side. 7-1 your score through 2.5 here from Bismarck Legacy. The score here on YourLiveEvent.com and our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Bottom of the 3rd now for our 3rd game of the Scheels All-Star Softball Series. Jada Purdy back to the circle as the pitchers have gone the distance, really, in most of these games we've seen so far from both sides. Saw Charlie Odegaard and Jada Purdy take games 1 and 2 for the East. Addie Dale Geiger and then Kendall Peterson went the distance each for the West side. Nelson whips down a throw to second base, and we will begin the inning with Riley Ingmanson of Bismarck Legacy. It'll be Ingmanson, Logan Yeastas, and Avon Kelly, the first 3 due up. Purdy induces a ground ball to Gregg, who fires over from shortstop and makes the play. Alexa Gregg on the 6-3 putout for out number 1.
All right, Josh, as we go from there to Olivia Hendricks here from West Fargo Cheyenne from the East All-Stars join us. This interview brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. And for you, Olivia, what have you enjoyed most here in these 24 hours of the Scheels Softball All-Star Series?
I've just enjoyed playing with some teammates I haven't played with in a couple of years, seeing everyone kind of get back together one last time before it's over. It's been a lot of fun.
Let's go through a favorite softball memory of yours. When you think about just softball memory, whether it's with Cheyenne or summer softball, just kind of what comes to mind for you?
Honestly, just playing with my school ball teammates. Our team this year was really, really close. I mean, I've played with those girls since I was in 8th grade, and it really felt like a family. So just every game, every warm-up, I loved it, doing it with them.
You mentioned school ball. How is it to have a fellow Cheyenne Mustang here with Madison Ablin with us here as well?
Yeah, it's great. We've played together for a long time, so I'm happy that she was also given the opportunity to be here.
Able to go from there to just respectively just the game of softball. If someone's getting to softball for the first time as a skill set, what should they kind of learn the first time they step on the diamond?
Learn to be resilient, have a positive mental attitude every time you step on the field. Just know that you can only control what you can control.
For you, Olivia, moving forward, once you get to the fall, what's your plans coming up here this fall?
I'll be attending NDSU for social studies education.
What made just SU just be the right fit for you in that, particularly social studies education, just to learn more?
It's close to home, and I honestly am a history nerd, so, being able to teach others about that would be great.
All right, let's talk about history. Are we talking American history to world history? What particular genre of 17th century, 19th century? What are you talking about here?
American history, of course.
Okay, American history. I like it. Last thing, if you could give some words of advice to someone that's coming back up that maybe has a chance to be in your shoes next year in this Scheels Softball All-Star Series or the next generation, what would it kind of be?
Work hard to earn your spot here, but once you get here, don't take it too seriously. We're all having a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Olivia, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Again, from West Fargo Cheyenne, Olivia Hendricks. Back to you, Josh.
Up pop-up as this was going to land right in front of us here in the broadcast booth. But thank you again, Chase. And that's some great advice there from Olivia Hendricks. Work hard to get here, but make sure you're having just the time of your life and a blast once you get there. And quickly, 2 outs in this inning, but a couple of base knocks from Logan Yeastas and Taylor Zimmerman around the groundouts of Riley Ingmanson and Avon Kelly. Have runners at first and second with 2 down, and the 1-2 bounces in. Both the runners will advance as it escaped Nelson for a brief moment. It's Kendall Peterson at the plate, a fielder's choice for her in the second inning, rather. Fly ball, left field, could be playable for Zerfus. Running over, could not quite get there. Down the left field line, a long run for Mayport CG's Hudson Zerfus, and it remains 2-2. Peterson was a good scorer in the home run derby competition with a lot of line drives to the outfield. Ground ball, third base, throw over is in time from Adland over to Bussey, and that will retire the third inning. A scoreless inning put together, in fact, by Jada Purdy. 7-1 is your Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, what it reads through 3 innings on yourliveevent.com.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No, 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 no! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball size hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Top of the fourth now as the West has their 6-run lead. They'll send their star pitcher out to the circle in Addison Dale Geiger to try and keep that 6-run lead intact. The East got on the board first in the top of the second, but then a big-time answer of 7 runs in the 4th inning, as that is a Bank North in-game update here. The runs coming in courtesy of at-bats from Darby Mowbray, Kaya Stundal, Taylor Zimmerman, and others producing hits in the 2nd inning. This one swung on and fouled off by Zerfus. That is, again, once your in-game update from everyday banking to ag and business lending. Bank North supports local families and businesses with financial solutions rooted in community commitment and local decisions. Visit banknorth.bank to learn more. Bank North, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Hudson Zerfus cuts through that one for strike 3. As we'll flip back to the top of the order now. With 1 down, it is Alexa Gregg. Bounced in. She struck out in her first plate appearance against Addie Dale Geiger, but then Purdy followed her up with a sharp single through the right side. Fouled straight back off the screen. Good cut from Alexa Gregg. The 1-1, too tall above the helmet of Gregg. 2 balls and a strike. A Park Christian Co-op player has played on the basketball team over there, and now swings and grounds one through. No, it's stopped from the seat of her pants. Got her, what a play, sprawling out. Emma Jones with a diving play. I thought that ball was through, but it is a candidate for our Agassi Precision Ag play of the game. Laying out, Jones throws out her infield counterpart for the 2nd out of the inning. What a phenomenal play. Off the outside corner, 2 balls, no strikes to Jada Purdy. 1 for 1 with a single through the right side. Fouled off. Left side and out of play. Two balls and a strike to the lefty from Fargo North. Up the middle, and this one will get through for a base hit. So Purdy has put a couple singles through the infield. And she reaches base to extend the inning for Kenley Fisher. So they got the two Fargo North Spartans batting right next to each other in the order. Ground ball shortstop through under the glove of Ingmanson. This is sharply hit. It'll get to the wall. It's going to score a run. So Fisher puts a charging one on the ground. That's what you call a worm killer right there, as it gets to the track and scores the second run of the game, 7-2. Aspen Preen singled in her first at bat and takes outside. Down and away. Dale Geiger falling behind in the count to the left-handed hitting Aspen Preen. Fouled off. Left side out of play. Would be a big time to get an extra hit and push across a second run. Just trying to keep the train moving, not get it all back at once, but just continue to extend the inning with two outs here. The first two hitters were set down, but still able to score a run was the East. Too high, and this one off the glove of Ava Jungers. It will advance the runner down to third base. That's Fisher moving up an extra 60 feet. Hitters count to Preen. Outside, ball four.
Stepping to plate, Ella Spidell.
So Spidell will bat as she's the fifth hitter in this lineup. Flew out to deep left in her first at bat. Thought about it. It looked good right near the eyes, but she's able to lay off at the last second. One ball, no strikes. Runner takes second. That's Preen with the steal. Inside, moves the feet of Spidell off the spot. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Spidell turns on one, ground ball, backhanded side of short. Getting the hop, throwing over to first, but not picked by Peterson. It's going to score both runs for the East. It was a good pickup at shortstop, but the throw over was on a hop, and Peterson unable to complete the scoop. So it brings home an extra pair of runs. So the walks and errors working in favor of the East. A fly ball left field off the bat of Adlin from Cheyenne and into the glove for the final out of the inning. 7-4 is your new score on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The East adds 3 in the 4th.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility wants you to enjoy the events in the communities of our area. Here's to living the sweet life. American Crystal Sugar, Drayton.
Bottom of the 4th coming up with the West. 7-4 still on top. And now there'll be Peterson coming in to do the pitching. I guess as we've got a West player on the east side of the defense right now, Chase.
Yeah, and with, again, Charlie Odegaard not being here, the East, in just terms of their pitchers, again, having just one for the West for the East. So she'll get an opportunity to get a couple of throws in here now for this All-Star Series as joining us. Been catching a lot so far here the last couple of days, just in these series from the Fargo North Spartans. Join us here is Kinley Fisher. And Kinley, just take us through what are some things that you've enjoyed so far 24 hours here in the Shields Softball All-Star Series. Obviously a quick turnaround at the end of the season to coming here, but what have you enjoyed so far?
Yeah, it's just been fun to get to know all the girls. You know, I've played against them for so many years, but never gotten to be on a team with them. So to be with a bunch of people that I've known over so many years and play with some of my friends too.
Let's talk about you and Jada Purdy, obviously. Fargo North representing here from the East. Just what does it mean to have a fellow Spartan out here?
It means so much. We've been a battery pack since we were about 10, so to get to catch her one last time here has been so fun, and she's one of my best friends, so I'm so glad that she had the honor to come here too.
As you go through, what are some favorite softball memories for you as a Fargo North Spartan?
Probably winning EDC my sophomore year and then just getting to play with Jada all these years.
For you, Kinley, what's the one thing as a softball player that they should get kind of into a skill set for the first time? If they're just getting into softball the first time, what should they kind of learn as a softball player here?
I would say just make sure wherever you're playing, just have fun, try new things. I think that's one of the biggest things, to kind of find where you like to be, but also don't be afraid to challenge yourself.
As you go through, take us through your plans coming up here in the fall.
Yeah, I'll be attending the University of St. Thomas to play hockey and then study business and minor in psychology.
Let's go into hockey. How does hockey and softball mix or not mix at all?
Yeah, I think just the strength aspect, it helps me catch and just being strong and physical. I know softball's not a physical game, but it can be at times. So
especially when you're a defenseman, right, in hockey?
Exactly.
As you go through, what are you most looking forward to once you get to St. Thomas? Obviously, a lot of work that they've done on the arena, but also on campus. What are you most looking forward to once you become a Tommy?
I think just getting to be with my team every day and, getting to meet so many new people there.
Last thing for you, if you could give some words of advice to players coming up through the system that might want to be, in this softball game 4 or 5 years from now, what would be some words of advice?
Yeah, I'd say just have fun every game. I think your attitude's such a big piece of the game, and it can take a good game into a bad game or a bad game into a good game, so just make sure you have fun every day.
Kinley, thanks so much, and best of luck at St. Thomas.
Thank you.
Kinley Fisher with us from the Fargo North Spartans. That interview brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC.
Thank you, Chase. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at Exit 104. There's a lot to love about Hillsboro. We thank them for sponsoring our interviews for the Shields All-Star Softball Series yet again this year. As Peterson, I'm sure the move was intentional the timing it was made, but we were one spot away from her having to face herself in the batting order. But Peterson now leads off with getting Dale Geiger to ground out for the first out of the inning, and now facing Chloe Stundahl for the second batter after that 6-3 put out. It's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Chloe Stundahl. And she'll take ball 4, takes her base on balls. Lead down to 3 after the East was able to cut it with 3 runs of their own in the top half of the inning. The responses have been good each time that the East has done something. The West has always had the answer. Here is Ava Jungers from Hazen stepping in the righty-on-righty matchup. Fly ball, right field, towards the line, and the catch is made in foul territory. A tag to second, the throw is there. She's safe, and that is the correct call. She got in there just in time, but a good throw from Kaya Hurst in right field made the play close, and now there is 2 down. So Jungers gave that one a ride to foul territory. Hurst, not naturally an outfielder, but was able to range over, make the catch, and then fire it back into second base. She's played a lot of third base for Matt Chandler over in Thompson. Tipped foul to the backstop off the bat of Kaya Stundahl. Tipped foul. trying to knock her sister in from second base now. With 2 outs, Peterson trying to put an end to the inning with one more good pitch. That one runs in and got her. So Kaya Stundal will take her base after wearing that one in the calf. Puts runners at first and second now for Emma Jones, who's had an eventful day already. We mentioned breaking the record for the home-to-home time. So a speedy runner we've already seen, and then flashed the leather with a diving stop at second base, all out laying out, and was able to throw out the runner, Alexa Gregg, in the process as well, completing one of the best plays we've seen over the 2 days. 0-2 to Jones. Staying alive as that pitch was over the plate, and she spoils to see another one. Foul tipped back into the glove of Ella Nelson for strike 3. That'll do it. And Peterson asking, which dugout do I go back to now? But that'll do it for the 4th inning. We come back with the top of the 5th. The East taking the bats next.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the R&J Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins, the fun never ends.
The Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard reads 7-4 with the West on top. They'll go back to the circle to protect that lead, and it looks like we may have a pitching change out there. It'll be Avon Kelly of Minot North getting a chance to pitch. 4 innings completed from Addie Dale Geiger, and now they turn it over to the right-hander, Avon Kelly, as we send it down to Chase.
Thank you very much, Josh. Join us here from the Beulah Miners. Cassidy Christensen join us. And Cassidy, what's been a favorite softball memory for you all time here for the Beulah Miners? Obviously, a really good state tournament appearance here this past year. What did you just enjoy about the team? And obviously, a couple years ago with your sister winning a state championship. So what are some things that kind of come to mind for you for a favorite softball memory? It's okay. Last thing I'll just ask, just the Scheels Softball All-Star Series here, Cassidy, what do you enjoy most so far in 24 hours here yesterday? Obviously seeing the West put up a lot of runs and putting a bunch of runs up again here today.
I did. I don't know if it's legal, but I didn't get yelled at.
All right, let's send it back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Chase. As we now rejoin the inning in progress here, that is inside on that last pitch, 2-0 to Austin Brandt leading it off. So Brandt takes a strike now, 2-1. The Horace Hawks product takes the outside corner, strike number 2. Walked in her first plate appearance, which was in the 2nd inning. Ground ball, shortstop. Routine play made in time. 6-3 is the putout of Brandt for out number 1. Emery Machenbacher 0 for 1 with the ground out in her first at bat, but it produced a run, the first run of the ball game. So productive run scoring at bat for Machenbacher, and now she sees the empty base paths in the top of the 5th with 1 out. Reaches to put that one in play and fouls it off. Kelly has some good velocity on that. And earlier before this game got started, we saw Scott Kost, co-head coach of the East. He had the radar gun out and was able to track some pitch velocities from the girls warming up, which was fun trying to hear them light up the radar gun. That one runs in and gets Machenbacher square in the back, and she'll reach first on the hit by pitch. Here is Hendricks, the outfielder from West Fargo, Cheyenne. That one bounces in. It's scooped by Jungers and is able to keep Machenbacher at first. This one, same spot, but gets to the backstop, and Machenbacher is into second. Ground ball, first base side, just a little bit foul, out of the reach of Cabry Weeks. Runner in scoring position, one down. Again, blocked by Jungers, who's been busy to start the inning. Hitters count for Hendricks. Off the inside part of the bat, and it will advance the runner over to third. Machenbacher over to third on the ground out. 4-3 is the put out off the bat of Hendricks. It'll be up to Brady Bussey of Central Cass to try and get this run in. A fly out to left in her first at bat today. Takes outside. Bussey able to dance out of the way of that one. Inside 2-0. To the backstop, and Machenbacher thought about it, but wisely slams on the brakes, staying at third base. Outside, and this one gets away. Scoring this time is Machenbacher with the tag coming in just a split second late. There is Santa Kritzberger, the Burroughs all-time leader in runs batted in. Takes 4 strike 1 from Kelly. Heard from Kritzberger earlier yesterday, going on to being a student missionary, or a youth missionary rather, as her next step after high school. A ball and a strike as that one gets away and puts Bussey at second base. It's just a 2-run game, real close score. After it was 7-1, it's 4 unanswered for the East. Outside, 3-1. Fouled straight back off the screen. A good, healthy swing. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Big pitch coming from Avon Kelly. Inside, ran in and got Kritzberger, so she will gingerly make it over to first base. So second hit by pitch of the inning. That'll extend for Ella Nelson now from Grand Forks Red River. In the dirt for ball number 1. Nelson walked in the 3rd inning as her only plate appearance so far. Tying run now at first base. To the backstop, not quite, as Jungers got a piece of it, slowed it down, and kept Bussey and Kritzberger at their respective stations. 3 balls, no strikes to Nelson. Taking down the middle. Chopped on the ground, slowly towards short. The throw comes to third in time to get a hustling Brady Bussey on a head-first slide, and that will retire the side. 7-5 is the new score as the East tacks on one more run in the top of the 5th. We break here on YourLiveEvent.com. This is Game 3 of the Scheels All-Star Softball Series.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
West up 7-5, and a chance to add to it as they've seen their 6-run lead dwindle down to 2 in the mid-innings. And it is now Darby Mowbray of the Minot Majets who will get the first crack at it, and it is still Kendall Peterson in the circle for a second inning of work for the East All-Stars, despite wearing the West uniform. Again, just the way the pitcher layout happened with the East, and Charlie Odegaard not here in attendance for day number 2. Have to borrow from the other side a little bit as Mowbray is able to put one in play and knock a single into left field to begin the inning. So Mowbray at the bottom of the order is 2 for 2. Weeks, the final hitter in the West lineup, a fielder's choice in the 2nd. Over for a strike, runner goes, throw to second is not in time, and Mowbray slides in feet first with a stolen base. Squared up into center field for a base hit. Kritzberger is going to unload with a firing play to the plate, and it rainbows in. Preen catches it, but it allows the runner to go to second. It's an RBI single for Cabry Weeks out of Mandan. So that's the first run in a while for the West. Squaring to bunt. Mary gets it down. The throw to first is there. Nice PFP looking play from Peterson, just quickly out of the circle. Bends down to grab it with the bare hand, and with the feet flat, fires to first. Textbook play. Moves the runner over to third. First pitch strike into Christensen. Upstairs 1-1 the count now. little bit inside, backs up Christensen. Insurance run standing in scoring position now. And takes upstairs again. Hitters count. The Beulah Miners representative stands in and takes a called strike. Fouled off to stay alive. Christensen with a swing to extend this at bat. And that one out of the zone. Ball 4 it is. So runners at the corners. Riley Ingvinson grounded out to short in her first at bat. Grounded to third and then to short in her 2 at bats. Takes ball 1 from Kendall Peterson. See if Christensen's off and running at any point in this at bat. She does go. They will bluff the throw. Ingvinson fouls it back 2-0, getting to play here at home. The Legacy Sabres product, primarily playing third base and shortstop, has a chance to drive in a couple of runs. Swung on a miss, a good healthy cut from Ingvinson on a pitch that she saw well up near the letters of the jersey. In there for a delayed called strike 3. Ingvinson down looking, and there's now 2 down. It'll be up to Logan Eastas to get the runs in. Flared foul outside of the playing field. No balls and a strike to the Deluxe Burlington Lewis and Clark Laker. Called strike 2. Peterson seems to have found the control back after a walk earlier in the inning and falling behind on a couple of batters. The 0-2 inside. Moved her off the spot. Got the outside corner for a called strike 3. Back-to-back looking strikeouts for Peterson. Punching them out to strand the runners at second and third. 8-5. The West tacks on another run as we go to the 6th.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime. Serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond, we are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsborough, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
6th inning coming up with the West up by 3. The East trying to find the equalizer. They have trailed by as much as 6 after 2 innings and gone back down by 2 before the West was able to secure another run in the bottom half of the 5th. So we'll see who can get it done for the East in the 6th inning. It'll be the bottom of the order trying to get things started, but these aren't your typical bottom of the order type hitters in this series. You've got a couple of Region 2 Class B representatives for Kaya Hurst of Thompson and Hudson Zerfus of Mayport CG. All these players used to hitting at the top and middle of the order for their respective teams and playing the premium positions. Hurst takes ball one. It's still Avon Kelly doing the pitching. Good swing from Hurst, uncoils and fouls it back. Good take there from Hurst as it's high and away. And a 5-pitch walk. Hurst will toss the bat aside and jog to first. Zerfus, another one of these multi-sport athletes that's enjoyed success at multiple areas. And Mayport CG, of course, great success with their volleyball season. We'll see Zerfus at the Optimus Volleyball Series coming up in just a couple of weeks. We'll also see her coach Stacy Hansen down there. Is down to second goes Kaya Hurst. Zerfus playing that libero position for the Patriots and steps away from that pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Zerfus with a good cut, but it's fouled at the plate off the catcher. Tomahawked swing, pop up on the infield, calling and catching. At shortstop was Logan Eastas. So Zerfus pops out, and they'll go to the back to the top of the order, and they'll give Peterson an at bat here, actually at the bottom of the order. This one is hit well to left center field. She's just hit a 2-run home run. Kendall Peterson not waiting around. First pitch swinging, and she drives one over the left center field wall. It's a 1-run ball game, and Peterson doing it for both sides, literally. How about that, getting the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard moving again back to a 1-run game. It is a 2-run blast on the first pitch of the at-bat for Kendall Peterson. So now we go back to the top of the order for Alexa Gregg. Outside to the Deacons infielder. Bounces in. 2 balls, no strikes. So the tying run now at the dish for the East, a spot that they have not been in this late into one of these 3 games just yet until now. And ducking out of the way, but not quite out of the way. Gregg wears that one, and it'll be a hit by pitch. So Purdy will get the at-bat now with the tying run aboard. And it's not a bad player to have at the dish right now if you're the East. Jada Purdy, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Now we see a trip to the circle with Jesse Stundahl. Going to talk to Avon Kelly and make a swap, it looks like. Ava Jungers is going to step in, and we'll give her a minute to warm up here. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, Jungers will try to finish off the inning.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
It's time for a Bank North in-game update as first the East jumped out to a 1-0 lead on an RBI ground out from Emery Machenbacher, but then it was all West in the second inning. The bottom half of it, they counter and nearly bat through the order. Avon Kelly, Taylor Zimmerman, Kendall Peterson, Addie Dale Geiger, Chloe Stundall, Ava Jungers, Kaya Stundall, Darby Mowbray, all reaching base in that string of runs scored as we now resume in the sixth inning with the East trying to get within the tying run here, standing on base. They countered back with most recently a 2-run home run from Peterson. And now it's Jada Purdy, 2 for 2 at the plate against Ava Jungers of Hazen doing the pitching. Snap throw back to first, it gets away, but no advancement made by Greg, who had to dive in head first. Upstairs, and that is a walk, the first at bat against Jungers. They'll bring up the second Fargo North Spartan in a row. Kenley Fisher grounded into double play in the first inning and then reached on error in the second, but it was a really hard hit ball that just got through the shortstop and rolled all the way to the fence is how hard it was hit. Going to third base, Greg is out. Trying to take the extra base on the ball in the dirt, but a snap throw down from the catcher, and I believe that's Maya Mary behind the plate that made that play for the second out of the inning while Jungers was struggling to throw strikes. Ground ball, third base, throw over, dug out at first base by Kaya Stundall. Great play to end the inning. So the tying run thrown out at third base and then stranded at first for the East. We go to the bottom of the sixth, the West clinging to a 1-run lead.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Bottom of the sixth, and Kendall Peterson will continue on for the East All-Stars, despite wearing the West uniform, and now hitting a home run for him as well, trying to keep it within a 1-run game. So we'll go down to Chase Miller now.
All right, thank you very much. Josh, joining us from the Fargo North perspective is Jada Purdy for the East All-Stars. Jada, so far, what have you enjoyed most about the Scheels Softball All-Star Series? A lot of softball, a lot of different things that you get to do in about 24 hours here. So what have you enjoyed most so far?
I've gotten to meet some pretty incredible girls. I've known a few of these girls, but I've never got the chance to play with them. If I have, I've gotten to play against them, so being on their team's been super fun.
Hey, what's a favorite Fargo North Spartan softball memory that comes to mind for you?
My sophomore year, we got to put the first year on our banner, and we won the EDC tournament.
Able to also have Kenley, a fellow Spartan, with you. What's that mean to go out one more time, represent the north side of Fargo here?
Yeah, I've gotten to pitch quite a bit these last 3 games here, and to do it with Kenley has been the best. I didn't get to do it as much this last season, but to go out with her has been awesome.
What do you enjoy most about the game of softball?
Just the compete and having fun, and it rewards you whether you it rewards you when you put a bunch of time in, and yeah, the game always has your back.
Go through a little bit here of what your plans are coming up here in the fall.
I'm going to UND to study pre-physical therapy.
What just made UND and just kind of PT be the right fit for you?
Yeah, I mean, as an athlete, I've had my fair share of injuries, so I've gotten to go through the recovery process, and I think just getting to help people is super rewarding.
As a pitcher, when you get to this level with the All-Stars, what's it like trying to get, really quality batters out, bat after a bat?
Right, the West is kind of a different breed, so you're just trying to get your team some outs and let them play the ball, and we're not going up there trying to strike them all out, but just getting outs.
Take us through, if you could give some words of advice to someone who wants to be in your shoes playing an all-star game like this someday, what would you kind of tell them for the next generation that's coming up here in softball?
Yeah, I would just say put the time in and play it with a smile on your face. The game's supposed to be fun, so I think if you remember that at the heart of it, it's all for fun, and you can give your hardest work.
Hey, Jada, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck at UND coming up in the fall.
Thank you so much.
Jada Purdy with us here from Fargo North. Josh, back to you.
Thank you, Chase. And Eamon Kelly's just flared a pitch into left field for a leadoff single in the bottom of the sixth. We thank you, Chase, for getting the interviews done. And those, again, of course, brought to you by Hillsboro EDC. Experience Hillsboro and see why there's more at exit 104. This one bounces into Aspen Preen, making a nice block there, keeping the runner at first. It is Taylor Zimmerman, who's had a very successful All-Star Series, is again 2 for 2 today, and chops one to third. They go to second and get the lead runner. Nice play by Austin Brandt covering, and the throw from Adland. The Cheyenne Mustangs product and Horace Hawks teaming up for that out on the infield. So Zimmerman retired for the first time today. And now it'll be Addie Dale Geiger. This is the spot where Peterson was batting before, but they've just subtracted her from the lineup as Dale Geiger gets to swing and put one into the gap in right center field. It is going to hop off the wall. They're going to try to get this ball back into Brandt, but there is no throw made. It is an RBI double for Addie Dale Geiger. An insurance run provided by the West, and who else would it be but Dale Geiger, who has shut down the East whenever she's been in the circle and putting up runs when she's in the box. Stundahl with the drive to left. It's going to go well foul, but that had some distance to it. Peterson was able to get inside just enough to where that one wasn't going to stay fair. No balls and a strike. Tried to go back in there again, missed inside. Pop up left center field. Kritzberger over near the wall makes the grab. The runner is going to tag in advance to third. So Dale Geiger is in at third base, but there's now two down after a drive from Stundahl. That's not an easy play by Santa Kritzberger. Had to run all the way back. You've got the track. You're at a place you've probably never played before, not often. And she was able to make the grab up against the fence and get the ball back in. Here is Jungers trying to produce another run. This one is trouble to the back side of second base. It's in for a hit. Jungers delivers another run batted in, making it 10-7 now. The insurance runs show up for the West in the sixth inning. Inside to Kaya Stundahl, who is singled and then been hit by a pitch in her most recent at-bat. Takes over the plate for a strike. On the corner again, and now it's two strikes. 1-2 to Kaya Stundahl. Peterson winds, fires, hit well to the gap in left center field. That's not going to be caught. It's up against the wall. Jungers is putting it into another gear, and the throw comes into third base, and another run comes home. The third run of the inning for the West, trying to make sure that they do not give this one up. 11-7 on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard after the Kaya Stundal RBI double, matching what Addie Dale Geiger did with her own RBI double earlier in the inning. Emma Jones to the plate, pair of strikeouts for her. But probably our best defensive play and an All-Star Series record on the base paths earlier today. Swings and misses, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grabbed the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Emma Jones. Hanging tough, fouled out of play, and the Glenburn Panther extends the at-bat. Off the end of the bat, fouled back. 1 and 2. Peterson trying to escape this inning where the 3 runs have come across. Off speed, outside. Full count now as that one misses high and away. Peterson looking for the final out of this inning. Jones trying to keep the train moving and has put together a disciplined at-bat. Pop-up. Playable infield, calling for it, and catching is Alexa Gregg for the final out as the East will sprint in for their final chance at the bats. Need 4 runs to play on to the bottom half of the inning. The West 11, the East 7 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
7th inning, trying to close it out. Ava Jungers is in the circle. Aspen Preen, Ella Spidell, and Madison Adland are due up as we send it down to Chase Miller.
Thank you very much. And we just talked with Miss Adland right here. For you, Madison, just what have you enjoyed most 24 hours here in the Shields Softball All-Star Series?
Yeah, I think just meeting all these girls that I've played against for 3-4 years now, just being able to compete with them instead of against them, and just get to know all the girls that are on the east and the west side of the state.
Let's go through your plans coming up here in the fall.
In the fall, I'm going to attend the University of Jamestown to play softball and major in chemistry with a pre-med track.
All right, what made the University of Jamestown be the right choice for you?
I think it's the perfect distance from home. It's a good hour 15 away from home. I'm not too close to my parents, not too far. And I love Coach Gall. He's just a great person. I have friends there. It's just a great place.
Favorite softball memory is what?
My favorite softball memory? That's a tough one. I would say, in state in 2024, hitting my first Grand Slam against Minot.
All right, and last question that I'll ask for you, what's the East got to do here to come back and get a couple more runs on the top?
I think we just got to put the bat on the ball. We're very capable. Just string together those hits there.
All right, we'll let you go from the hole to the on-deck circle, Madison. Thank you.
Thank you.
I get Madison Adlin with us for Cheyenne. Josh, that interview brought to you in part by the Hillsboro EDC. There's more at Exit 104. Let's toss it back to you.
Thank you, Chase. And at this point, let's mic her up for the at-bat. Line and caught over at third base. The throw back, the pick is there. Out there, too. What a play at third base by Avon Kelly. stretching out to make the play and then firing over to first. The pick was there from Stundal as well. And just like that, a twin killing has the East down to their final out. What a play defensively by the West. So it's up to Adlin now. And that's actually Cabry Weeks over there at first base with the pick. So shout out to the Mandan Braves first baseman Weeks to give credit where credit is due there. 2-1 to Adland. Jammed foul back to the screen. Ava Jungers from Hazen trying to close this game out. Is a strike away from doing so. The bases are empty. There's 2 outs. And that pitch, the off speed, will bounce in. It's a full count. The East had the tying run in scoring position in the prior inning, but it was thrown out at third base. And this one is yanked to left field. A fair ball to the corner from Adland. She'll stop at second base with a stand-up double. So the East has had the opportunities in this game. Not done quite yet. Austie Brandt has another chance. Just got to lump hits and successful plate appearances together. See if you can get a tying run to the plate and run into something. Two balls and no strikes. Chopped right side over to first. Who's going to cover? Diving to the bag. Safe is the call. The ball must have been juggled. You saw Coach Veit over there saying the ball came loose in the play. So we will play on. A run is going to come home to score. First pitch strike into Machenbacher. So the tying run is now technically on deck. Machenbacher has knocked in a run with a ground out earlier today, but is going to need a hit or a reach of some sort to continue this game. Up high again. Swung on and foul tipped. The off speed had Machenbacher out in front. The count is full. Brandt will be off and running once the pitch is thrown. Off the end of the bat to second. Brandt runs in front of it. The throw over to first is there. It's in time, and that is the game. Junger's able to save the game in the 7th inning. The West is triumphant in all 3 games. And the skills competition today, they get the sweep. 11-8 is the Game 3 final on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard on yourliveevent.com. We'll have post-game coming up for you next with interviews and more once we return.
America is celebrating its 250th birthday, and Great Plains Fireworks is here to help you light up the sky like never before. Blast off with 608. The name is for the number of shots packed into a 30-second thriller. Get your hands on it while it's still in stock. Or open up Treasure Chest for a 48-shot, 3-minute finale using the whole rainbow to light up the night. Great Plains Fireworks, your low-priced, family-friendly store that's here to help you celebrate the summer.
Welcome back here as we've gone final in game number 3 of the Scheels All-Star Softball Series. Congrats to the West on going 3-0 and getting the skills competition. They'll now line both of the teams up to congratulate the players from both sides, and they'll get a plaque for being nominated and voted as an All-Star. They'll just go down the line here for the East first. We'll recognize our All-Stars. Charlie Odegaard was not here for the second day, but the Kindred Vikings pitcher for the East, and then Hudson Zerfus of Mayport CG, Austie Brandt of the Horace Hawks, Alexa Gregg of the Shanley Deacons, Santa Kritzberger of Hillsborough Central Valley, the Burrows, Kenley Fisher of the Fargo North Spartans, Madison Adland of the Cheyenne Mustangs, Fargo Davies' Emery Machenbacher, the Tommies product Kaya Hurst, and then Fargo North Jada Purdy, Ella Nelson and Ella Spidell of Grand Forks Red River, Aspen Prina of Central Cass, Olivia Hendricks of West Fargo Cheyenne, and rounding out the East All-Star lineup, Brady Bussey of the Central Cass Squirrels, and again their head coaches Matt Veit and Scott Cost. Matt Veit from Fargo Davies and Scott Cost of Central Cass. Those are your representatives for the East All-Stars, and Presley Vedder from West Fargo Cheyenne, your alumni assistant coach. And then recognizing the All-Stars of the West, the lady that closed it out, Ava Jungers from Hazen, Taylor Zimmerman of Wilton Wing, Addison Dale Geiger of Beulah, Maya Mary of the Dickinson Mavericks, Chloe Stundal of the Williston Coyotes, Cassidy Christensen of the Beulah Miners, Avon Kelly of the Minot North Sentinels, Logan Eastos from Deluxe Burlington, Lewis and Clark, Emma Jones from Glenburn, Darby Mowbray from Minot, the Majets, and then Cabry Weeks from Mandan, Kaya Stundal from Williston, the Coyotes, and then Kendall Peterson of the Dickinson Mavericks, and Riley Ingmanson of the Legacy Sabres. Those are your West All-Stars on the roster, co-head coached by Jesse Stundal of Williston and Carrie Tweed of Bottineau, and the alumni assistant coach Katie Shipman of Minot North. And now they'll bring out the MVP of the series. They'll announce that here. And it being announced from the West, it'll be Addie Dale Geiger as MVP. And then from playing both sides on the West and the East, Kendall Peterson. So congrats to the co-MVPs of the Scheels All-Star Series. Again, that's Addie Dale Geiger and Kendall Peterson, both pitched in this series and also had great effective at-bats. Peterson with a home run in this game, and then your home run derby champion in Addie Dale Geiger. They share the co-MVP award, and we'll snap the picture right there, as you can see on your screen. But congrats to all of our All-Stars here selected in 2026 and completing out the 10th annual Scheels All-Star Softball Series. So congrats once again to all of the nominees and those selected present here in Bismarck. And a shout out to Tim Howe and Mike Scogan and the rest of the Scheels All-Star Softball crew for helping put this series on. Could not do it without them and all that they do for us here and allowing us to be here on yourliveevent.com. So we'll send it down to Chase Miller for some post-game thoughts.
Yeah, I was just going to say we'll get to our players of the game, play the contest still to come. We'll let them take their photos and awards, and we'll hear from some more Josh after the break.
All right, thank you, Chase. We'll take a quick break here and be back with more on our post-game after this.
I had been a stay-at-home mom for probably about 7 or 8 years, and so I was looking
for what that next step in my life was going to be. I've been a reading corps tutor for 4 years now. It's really been one of the most fun jobs I've ever had. I've just seen so many kids come in that really lacked confidence. Just to see that transformation into confident readers where they know that their skills have improved and that they can do this, that's really awesome. My name is Jackie Knodel, and I'm a reading corps tutor.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Welcome back. Here is the West All-Stars hanging on 11-8 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard for our final score in game number 3. Let's take a look at our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game. Your local precision planting dealer is Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. And our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the game is going to go to second base. Emma Jones from the West was able to make a diving stop on a slow roller, full extension layout, and was able to both knock it down and from her belly throw it over to first base in time to get a hustling runner for a crucial out in this game, as the tying run nearly got to the plate for, or got to score for the East, but one of the best plays we saw tonight was that diving stop from Emma Jones. She goes and breaks a record in the base running competition, and then with the diving play of the game, brought to you by Agassiz Precision Ag. And then we go over to our Hallstead Telephone Company post-game connection of the game. Discover local reliability you can trust. Hallstead Telephone. It's how to connect. HallsteadTEL.com. And we'll go with the home run from Kendall Peterson, as Peterson was able to play both sides today and hits that home run to bring the East back within a run, as we'll now send it down to Chase Miller, who is standing by with our Enbridge Energy player of the game.
Thank you very much, Josh. Kaya Stundal joining us here. Kaya, first things first, able to get a couple RBIs in this game, go 2 for 2, get a run scored. Well, hit by pitch from your teammate that was opposition. We'll talk about that in a moment. But what did you just kind of see from the West team here today to kind of get the bats swinging as they did back in Fargo last night?
Well, I think we wanted to get a bunch of runs again. We were pretty confident because we knew we were going to see the same pitchers again, other than Kendall. We didn't know about that, but we were just excited for day 2, so we got going.
Able to have Addie Dale Geiger as well, and alongside with Kendall Peterson be MVPs of this tournament. Just what was it like playing with those two in particular, and one that you have a rivalry with, so to speak, on the softball diamond as well?
They're both extremely good pitchers, and I'm very happy they were on our side, other than Kendall coming in later and hitting me. But otherwise, they're very fun to play with, good people, and it was great.
What was the mood like in the dugout? Because all of a sudden you saw some of your teammates now going to be your opposition. She hits a home run. She hits you, not intentionally, but what was that like, seeing someone that was from the West all of a sudden now in the East?
Well, when she hit me, I didn't know if I should charge the mound or what I should do, but our team was still cheering for her, cheering for everybody. We didn't really know what to do there, but it was fun.
I know it's just recent, but what's a memory? What's a favorite memory here over the last 24 hours after a quick turnaround, but just for the Scheels Softball All-Star Series last night in Fargo? Here today, we didn't have to worry about rain for 2 days, thank goodness, but what's a memory that really stands out to you?
Definitely just making some good relationships with girls I've never really got to know because we've always been playing against them. And honestly, Kendall pitching against us, that was really fun, and her hitting me. That I'll remember for a very long time, so.
Kaya, thanks so much. Congratulations again and on the state championship, and enjoy the summer.
Thank you.
Again from Williston, that is Kaya Stundal. Back to you, Josh.
Thank you, Chase. We appreciate that. And hearing from a unique story with just flip-flopping the teams there with Kendall Peterson, and then the hit-by-pitch, the memory that she'll take forever with her from the Scheels All-Star Softball Series, but enjoying a 3-0 series win as the West now improves to 17-8 all-time against the East in the Scheels All-Star Softball Series. We'll take another break here on yourliveevent.com and get to more wrapping things up here when we return.
The City of Hillsborough encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsborough for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
A successful a 10th All-Star Softball Series, and we got the games in. I didn't say anything about it on the broadcast once we got started because, you know, some people believe in this thing called the announcer's jinx, but the weather holds off, and 11-8 your final score. The West comes out on top. Congrats to all the All-Stars, and thanks to Scheels All-Star Softball and Tim Howe and company for putting it on for us again this year. We appreciate them greatly. So thank you, the viewers, for tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors for helping us get on the air each and every day. We couldn't do it without all of you. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Signing off on behalf of Chase Miller and Joey Hughes, I'm Josh Boyko. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you in the next one.